do a regular old recap of what happened last week.
All right. It's probably fitting if I do it.
Sure.
Just get you a bit more used to me. So, last time the party reported back to Grimhand about what they had learned, and they were they were rewarded with the illustrious Zalazar, a lizard folk. Then they went they went to pick up their grand salary of 500 gold plus 500 gold because sales joined, minus the 2,000 gold that they owed, for a total of a negative 1,000 gold.
Okay, wait, sorry, just a second.
Yeah.
One of us owes one of us.
Correctly.
That's right. And one of our debts is now all of our debts. Something
All right.
something that Zell was happy to take on, sure. Also on top of that, the price of rent has gone from 200 to 250 gold because market prices have gone up because some no do-gooders have been going around killing a shopkeeper or two, whoever they are. And then after getting recapped on some things, team all joined together to finally get started. And then we split up. Artie went on his magic lessons, where he found out he was a warlock. And the lessons, they're still blossoming. Talia went to follow up on a lead about a non-local in the area, something like that. And when she got a carriage to a cabin, to the woods, where she found a cabin. And then she was shot in the arm by an arrow, but then she spoke down this, I can't remember what he was, this man named Bobbert, who upon talking to and then also bringing back to the group to talk to, we found out that he's been living there for about 20 plus years, doesn't really speak the language, was originally from Lavernia, but came on a ship named after a bird to Thelmia. But obviously something happened and he got washed up, and it's just him. We brought him back to Grimhand, where he was congratulated us, but also told us not to look into those missing diplomats anymore. So that was the deal with Bobbert. And Bobbert also had like a spotty memory. Didn't really remember anything. And then finally, so Sel decided to go and get some information from what he sees as the most reliable source, drunks at a tavern, in which he met a wheelwright named Goldbert, and upon talking found out that he's not too fond of Warforged, and that there is actually a group out there that aren't too fond of Warforged, that have a routine meeting at the Pink Pony Tavern, which some of you might have been to. And we decided to follow that lead, and when we got there, before that we went to do set a dead drop to get some information on our thief, a lead or something. Then we went to the Pink Pony, where the meeting wasn't happening at the time, and it was upon trying to find out more about it, found out it's a bit difficult, because not everybody there at the time hated Warforged. But, so we left. We realized that despite our best efforts, it wasn't getting anywhere. But we were then followed by a man named Steele, who, for what we presume, is a part of that group, and told us to come back at noon the next day. And I think that's where we left off.
Pretty much. I think that about covers everything.
Yeah.
Last week.
Last week, yeah.
Sorry, wait, that was just last week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the short of what has happened otherwise is that the party was tasked with finding this thief who broke into the Duke's palace, and during said investigation, they went to visit a little store, and Ari showed his magical book to the shopkeeper, who read it, and by reading it, apparently went mad and started attacking Ari. And so Ari may have, in purely as self-defense, of course, and accidentally, of course, as well, like both accidentally and self-defense, and like completely, like all of that, they have somehow caused that person to perhaps die. And then,
Maybe.
and then Arya decided that they're gonna report themselves to the guards, and that's sort of that is relevant to today, because one thing that we kind of skipped over last week, as I wanted everybody to be here for it.
Trial day.
Yes,
Over here.
you were asked to go and meet a judge, and sort of. I mean, it's the situation seems to be that they've already kind of set some like punishments, as one part of it was that Artie needs to go to the major room to get magic lessons, but it seems like there's some follow-up still going to happen, and that's that meeting with the judge has kind of happened at this point, so we'll go back kind of in time and go through that, and then we'll jump back to this point after you leave the pink pony here. So yeah, that's all. And yeah, one effect of the death of this merchant was that the guilds have raised their prices, which has caused basically all prices to go up in the city, which you found out first through the fact that your landlord had to ask for a 50 gold increase. Speaking of gold, Arya, I have removed 5 gold pieces from you, with the assumption that you were actually going to go and follow up on that training with the ranger. Those training lessons, so I already removed that from your inventory, as that kind of happened as well. And for Erevan, since you haven't been using your money, these others, for example, paid an elf a whole bunch of money from their inventories. Since you haven't, I just, as everybody wasn't here, I just removed the 200 gold pieces that was the rent from your pockets. But you can discuss it, of course, among yourselves if you want to divvy up the payment or anything. But just for like logistical purposes, it's been removed from your inventory on Roll20.
First off, how much money does everyone have?
I have a lot less than most.
Platinum is worth 10 gold to 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Second.
So has 9 platinum that Arlie lent him. That's it.
I have the equivalent of 420 gold.
I have the equivalent of 466 gold.
Same as Haley.
Okay. Right.
How much gold do you have right now?
Yeah.
Platinum piece is 1 platinum piece and gold, correct?
Yeah, 1 is
Yeah.
1 to 10 for platinum.
$500
I heard 500 something.
Yeah, 570 gold is what I should have. If I can double check if you want. I think I can.
So if we wanna pay Ervin back for the rent, I really think Zell should be excluded because he has no money. So then it's 4. So it's 50 gold from each of us back to him.
I mean, I don't mind
I'll pay him 50.
not
Sure.
getting it.
Yeah, 50 is fine.
Fine with.
So I'll give you 5 platinum. I don't.
I'm
have-
currently fine with the gold that I have, so you guys don't need to give it back at the moment, because from what I've just gathered, we have debt, which I still need to figure out why. but sure, I guess. But sure, I guess.
I
So
can explain why if you would like to know why.
As you should.
one step at a time. One.
No, it's
one
my
step
fault.
at
It's
a time. I still have
100%
some
my
other
fault. I'm
questions.
the only person who did this.
Yeah, it's okay. One step at a time. One step at a time. First off, what I remember from my last session that I played, we were looking for a thief. What happened to him?
We're still
not
looking
found
for him.
Nothing. Okay, brilliant.
You basically gained
Next to no information.
yeah, I would say like no information, but also somehow I would somehow like liken it to the fact that you've sort of received a negative amount of information somehow. Because like you the whole like death of this merchant came as part of this whole quest line, and this is all like looking into this thief. And that has caused you to kind of be veered off a little bit from your objective. So somehow I feel like it counts as negative amount of knowledge.
Well, so negative gold and negative information. So that's where we're at.
Hey, good news. You have found out a lot of important stuff about the Warforged, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Your main job, you have done a lot of stuff along
We
that.
actually have figured out a decent amount about the Warforged.
Hmm.
We're
Or at least
doing
like you've heard things. Whether to call them like absolute facts is of course different, but
Yeah.
information has been gathered.
All right. Okay. Let's get to another matter. Because the last time I played, we had a Draugr. What happened to him in the story?
So Kalon has Kalon basically right after the merchant was killed, Kalon as everybody was going over to report to the guards, during that trip Kalon disappeared and has not been heard of since. The ambassador has declared that Kalon has gone missing and has left the city. Reasons unknown, and kind of nobody really knows why or how, but he has disappeared, and that is why Zell has been brought in.
Sorry, what order? Sorry, what order
What do you
again?
mean?
Oh,
What do you mean?
nothing. Never mind. All good. This hurt. if I remember correctly, also is there was the one time when we got out of our home, Kalon found a rock on the ground which had certain significance.
A drow amulet, and Kalon has that
Yeah.
still.
Yeah,
He has it still. Has anyone noticed? Because back
he
then
showed it to us.
He did show it. Okay.
He showed it to us, so we know what the symbol looks like, and we can redraw it if we need to, but we don't have the actual amulet anymore.
Okay, now going to the actual matter of what happened to our money. What happened?
Okay, I think this one's
Why
addressed
are
to
we
you.
in debt?
Yeah. I went to the ship and asked the treasurer, because they said that they could, if we needed special equipment for something, that we could request it. So I went and I said, I would like, for emergencies, I would like some kind of object capable of casting the sending spell. Something like that. Not a sending stone, not a one-to-one sending stone, but an object that will allow me to cast the sending spell. However
I
many
remember that,
charges.
don't I?
Oh yeah. Were you there for when I asked for it? Yeah. So I
I'm
got
sure
it.
I was.
Yeah. So then it cost 2,000 gold, and I said, yeah, sure, great.
And she also used the charge to contact someone we don't know.
Yes, I also used it immediately and did
So-
not tell any of you.
So
Yeah.
in character, you don't know that the item has been used.
We
Oh,
do
no, I
though
did-
because
I
of
did.
the.
I said I used it for Kalon because they immediately when we got back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And then
later on.
we kind of
you
sussed
later
out that
on-
might have been a lie.
Yeah. So when
Rolled
it
bad on
was
my deception
used,
check immediately.
when it was used, you didn't know about it, but later on, when pressed about it by the ambassador, Talia did say that it has been used, and said that she used it to try and contact Kalon, something that you in character don't know that she would have done, and out of character, something that you know that she did not do. So
I think we know in character because the ambassador pressed her on it.
Yeah.
So I think we clearly know that's a lie at this point.
Yeah, the ambassador went, "Do you want to try that again?" And I
Yeah, like
went,
3 times or something like that.
and I just kept repeating it because
Has any one of us did an insight check to maybe find out for ourselves, or do we just go with you know, being sure that because of the ambassador that asked 3 times, you're going with she probably lied.
So
I asked her
mean,
and she doubled
generally,
down.
yeah, generally speaking, you don't really need to do skill checks against other players, and yeah, it's, you know that she's lying, and she hasn't told you the truth. That's it.
Okay. All right. So we are in debt, and we basically don't know why. No, we know why, but
We
the
still
reason we
have-
are in debt is not we can't use it anymore.
we still have the item. And if it's there, it's
Ari
called a
is now
sending
currently
bone.
in. Ari is currently
Possession of
in
it.
possession of it.
Already
yeah.
has it. Yes, already has it. I think I gave it to Artie because in
order to
character I
attempt
don't know what kind of
to
I don't know what kind
charge,
of spellcaster he
yeah.
is in character, so I wanted to see if he could charge it. Yeah.
Ari
Out of
volunteered,
character.
right?
So the item is basically out of battery.
Yeah, the item's out of battery, and we don't have a way to charge it currently, but hopefully we can get a way to charge it, which we definitely won't immediately use.
Hopefully you can.
Okay.
Maybe Artie should just hang on to it.
Yeah.
Can someone remind me of what the sending spell does?
You basically just you just cast. Well, I mean, the sending bone does not cast the sending spell. It has a description of what it does, which is very close to the sending spell, but not quite, because the sending spell is basically you telepathically send a message to somebody you know, and it's a short 25-word message, and they can reply to you telepathically. With the sending bone, you have to actually speak into the bone, and there's sound that comes out of the bone as well. An important
So it's like-
distinction.
But they hear it telepathically, right? The recipient?
What is it?
Does the recipient hear it telepathically and respond telepathically?
Yes. They, as it says, the creature hears the
Right.
message in its mind,
Oh, it does.
recognizes the sender, and can answer in like manner immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But anyways,
Have we tried to figure out if Bone can also save messages for playback later?
Does it actually?
So
You guys can investigate the bone. Yeah.
you know the full description of the sending bone. Although
Okay.
when I revealed it, I also did tell you that I at the same time I designed a smart bone, which would probably have such capabilities. But that is something that is much rarer than a sending bone. So
And also
You're likely to
probably a
find
lot
one.
more expensive.
yeah, if you want more debt.
No, thank you.
But anyways, I think the encounter with the judge is going to also answer a lot of your questions and kind of get you situated on how things are. So I would suggest we jump into that. So basically, during this current week that you're living, earlier on in the week, there was a date that you were asked to go to a judge at the House of Justice over here, and yeah, we're just gonna have you. You're walking over to the Hall of Justice. Is there anything you wanna discuss before you go in?
So, why exactly are we meeting a judge? Also,
All right, we didn't tell so.
You see, something really funny happened. Something quite nice. Yeah. Basically, right? You see, has already gone to his classes by now?
Once, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
So
they're
is it common
reoccurring.
knowledge
But
that he's now a warlock?
no, he doesn't relay any information he gets.
He
from-
doesn't relay any information about it. So TLDR for you. We went to a shop.
all right.
He got a book from Ari.
Oh, the book, yes.
Yes.
That you
He read
shouldn't
the
read.
book.
Oh,
He read the book, went mad, attacked us, self-defense. He's dead, caused inflation, and now we are at trial.
oh. You killed a shopkeeper?
I mean, I think he must
I
have
am
had
as
some.
thrilled as you are.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think he must have had some sort of issue because I mean, it's just my spell book, right? It's a normal book.
I think your book is the issue already. Don't show it to anybody else. Again, I will repeat that as many times as I need to. Don't show it to anybody else.
Oh my gosh.
Keep that book as far away from me as possible.
Yeah,
Should put a lock
I'm still
on that
tempted to
book.
kind of look, to be honest. But
I know, right?
I mean, it's just my spell book. It has all my spells in it, and I mean, that's about it. I mean, I can read it just fine, so I don't see why it would cause.
I
that
entrust
guy to-
you to do the reading of that book, right? I entrust that. That is your job now. Not anyone else.
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I mean-
do we have any legal representation?
It's
you, I think.
I mean,
For me, ideally, a foreigner.
It's gonna be okay. They kind of had the ambassador deal with it. Like the ambassador talked to the police and while we waited on the boat, and they like relayed to us that like, oh, everything's sorted out, you're gonna be fine, you just also have to meet with this judge. So I don't know if more punishment's gonna be handed down today, if that's expected, but what we've been told is that everything's fine.
Okay.
I mean, the wizards at my magic lesson, they could read it just fine. It was completely normal.
You
You
showed
showed
it
us
to other
more
people
people.
again? Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Artie,
Did you kill your teacher? Oh, gosh.
Are we?
No,
were you just okay with killing more people?
no, he was totally fine. Nothing happened.
Yeah, but one person wasn't totally fine and you showed it to more people. Are you just okay with maybe killing people?
I will say if there was anyone to show it to, I would have shown it to a wizard.
True.
Not after killing someone with it. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Is there? I'm not so attuned with magic. Does anyone know if we can put a little sticker on the book that says, "Please don't read"?
I think
If
that's
not
going to
Artie.
entice people to read.
Yeah.
I don't think.
That would entice me to read if I just picked it up off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's magic. I don't think that's related
That's
to
just a
magic.
sticker.
Listen.
We
I don't know
invent
if magic, but
adhesive.
how do stickers work?
Oh.
Can we place a magic seal on it so only Artie could open it? That'd be nice.
The book has already claimed one life.
Yeah. I mean, there is arcane lock, but I don't think any of us have that spell.
No.
We'll figure it out. But for future reference, Ari, don't let anyone else read the book.
What about the wizard?
He seems safe, so I guess you can show it to
Yeah,
him for now.
he seems
But
safe.
nobody else.
But
Let's not keep rolling these dice, alright?
yeah. we gambled a couple times because we won. Like, how many wizards have opened the book and read it?
Just one, I think.
Just one. Just because you won 50%? It's not worth the other 50%, alright? So let's not do that again.
Unless one of us asks you
Right.
to show it to one of us. Because we know the
Judge,
consequences.
yes.
So.
Okay.
I mean, it might not be the book. It might just be something wrong with the shopkeeper.
No, I think it's your book.
I'm
man.
pretty
You
sure
said
it's
some
a
of the
book.
pages were blank in that book too, so clearly it's not like a normal book here. And you said it just appeared to you one day.
Well, that's where I put all my
So-
notes on the blank pages.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's a normal book still.
I mean, is every spell book full?
Oh, actually, sorry, out of character
know, I
question.
don't read spell
Was it
books.
not an option to knock the guy unconscious instead of killing him?
I restrained him, and then Artie used a spell on accident to kill him.
Yeah, Artie used a spell to make him-
Artie
I
used a,
tried.
like level 3 offensive attack spell. So
Oh my gosh.
I just asked them to stop. That's it. I just told them to stop, and they stopped. I mean,
Artie, I question a lot of your morals here, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Just
I don't know.
I believe that he didn't try and kill the shopkeeper.
I know, but afterwards, he's still saying that he just stopped. He dropped dead. It's a little bit more than just stopping. It's a little bit of an understatement. Just saying. And you showed it to another person afterwards too, so
I didn't mean to. I just told them to
See?
stop.
you seem pretty okay with killing.
I didn't want to. They were attacking me.
Well,
Okay, well at least you're getting help.
Let's
getting help
not
now.
be late
Yeah.
for our
Yeah.
meeting.
You know, the person's dead. We can't do anything about that. Oh, so
Yeah.
sad. Let's go in the...
We can feel bad about it.
I
I
guess.
feel bad about it.
I feel bad about a lot of things currently.
indeed.
Also,
so
something I should mention to Erevan. He would know.
Okay.
He would know this.
Okay.
The current story is that Talia was not present for this.
Do they know now though? Because the ambassador talked to them. We don't know what they told each other.
So we asked the ambassador what she told them, and she said, "I told them the truth," which is meaning she told them what you told her.
Does that mean that? Because
that's what she believes happened.
I'm confused.
Does she? I don't know. We'll see.
I'm okay. Sorry, let's go back. You're not there, so the story is that you weren't there because
we were at the time we were worried that I was worried, particularly Talia was worried that the police were gonna arrest everyone. So I said, "I'm out of here," and I left. And then they went up to the police and told them something terrible has happened. And I think it's been said I was standing outside.
I just said you weren't there, I think. Or that you had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Something
I think
along those lines.
Yeah. I'll go with I was standing kind of down the street. That's what I'll go with. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think we should change any details of the story, because that'll come off as very weird.
Okay. Right.
Just as an aside.
You approach the House of Justice, which is kind of across from Cold Iron. Outside of Cold Iron, there's the Breaking Wheel in front of it, and this time there actually is nobody on it. It's not in use currently.
There was someone on it before?
Yeah. Every time you've been around, there's been people. As I described it, it's the only public form of severe punishment, only public execution that you have seen in the city.
I remember you describing it. I just don't remember a person being on it.
Yeah, I don't remember a person being on it. Whoops.
Yeah, there was a person who was very much dying there. And at other times you may have seen a person who has been dead. But anyways, on the other side of the street from that is this fairly non-assuming looking building. It doesn't look super special in any way, but you've been told that this is the Hall of Justice, and this is where you're supposed to go. And there's some sort of one of the Duke's guards is standing guard at the door to the building.
Well met. We're here to enter.
Hello. Might you be from the Colton expedition?
Yep. That's what we're called, yeah.
Very good. You are being expected. First door on the left. The judge will see you right away.
All right. Though he's not seeing me, I just want to make that aware to you. It's not. I was just. I'm just with these people. I don't want to get a reputation.
You and Talia are going to be great friends.
I'm very glad you made that clear. I'm so glad. I'm so happy about it. This is exactly what I needed to hear.
The god looks at you a little confused and says, very well, and opens the door for you.
Well, thank you. Walk on in.
Right, we go.
All right. you go straight over to the judge then.
Yes.
So the judge is meeting you in a pretty small little room. Not a small room, but medium room, normal room. It's pretty unassuming, kind of a ordinary office type of place. There's a bunch of chairs and benches around, and as you knock and approach the judge, judge bids you to come in and introduces himself as and says that I am Judge Hardwood. I will be conducting this hearing for you today. Judge Hardwood is an elf, an old elf, and when we are talking about an old elf, you know, they're very old. We're talking centuries old right here. So I assume everybody just kind of comes in and sits down.
That's what everyone does. Yes.
I'm just checking that Zell isn't immediately being like, "Hey, I'm not part of this group."
Hello,
I
strangers.
can just wait in
that
the
I've never met.
hall.
I just happened to walk in with these people at the same time. Yes.
Yeah. Well, anyways, if everybody's just kind of sitting down, the judge continues and says, "You have been asked to join here because of an incident that happened last week. You are to we are to have a discussion about what happened, as well as my goal here during this session is to gauge your character and find out more about you. The punishments have already been doled out for the event, but I have been given the ability to go on and increase the said punishments if need be. So, in short, this is all going to be about you and what kind of people you are, how you act with others, and how you treat other people, and in short, if everything goes well, then no further punishment needs to be made, but if need be, things can get worse. So, firstly, I would like you to tell me what happened. I would like to hear the whole story of what happened. Any one of you may continue on.
I can do it.
No. No.
The judge looks at Erevan for a moment and says, "You wish to speak?"
No.
Thanks.
Right. Sure. Sure. How what is unclear? What exactly would you like to know?
I would like to know the whole story of what happened.
That will be a tad bit difficult. Been a little bit of a traumatic experience, so might not be able to remember all of it perfectly. Have certain questions. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities.
The judge looks around at the group and says, perhaps there is someone else who is better suited to tell the whole story. Which one of you is Artie?
Don't. Okay.
I say just let Artie do it.
Artie can do it.
Artie, I believe in Artie.
Artie's fine.
Please don't disappoint me.
You know what? Go ahead.
Good luck, Artie. I pat him on the back real quick.
Do you cast bless or something?
Yeah, I cast bless with good luck.
Should I go?
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Artie. Alright. So, we were looking for leads on the guy at the party. And then we went to Xerox's, but she didn't really know anything about it. But she said she collected, like, interesting stuff. And I offered to show her this book. Because...
Why interesting stuff? Sorry.
Well, it's from Livernia, right? You don't have many books from Livernia. So I figured she might be interested in trading something for my book. So I let her look at my book, and it's just a normal spell book, and I'll open it up and just like page through it, and like, see, here's my spell for, like.
Artie, don't show it to the judge, please.
Don't show it to him. Do not show it to him.
What did
Okay.
he just say?
Here's my spell for like cleaning up and stuff, and like changing my hair and stuff. But I mean, like, it's completely normal. So when they got my book, they started like whispering and stuff, and then she just like jumped on the counter and like attacked me for no reason. And so then Arya tried to like hold her back, and I told her to just stop attacking me, and then she started like screaming like the word yes over and over again, and she kind of just like fell. And apparently she wasn't breathing.
The judge sort of listens to all of this quietly and does not read the book and says, "Go on. What happened next?"
Oh,
If you want, I could take over from here. I mean,
we just went to tell the guards about how she just attacked us, and how I just told her to stop, and she kind of just fell over and didn't wake up.
The judge says, "Very well, thank you. So you were all 5 present at this situation, were you?"
No.
no.
There was another guy with us, but he kind of like ran away. I mean, I don't think he made her go crazy, but he might have. We don't really know him very well. I mean, he is a Durgar after all. I don't really know what they do very much, but
The judge says, "Very well, so there were 4 of you present there. Was there anyone else in the building?"
I think
There was a
that's
dog.
Were all of us present? Don't remember.
it would have been Erevan, Artie, Arya, and Kaelon. And Talia was there, but we're not saying Talia was there.
Yeah. So, back in character. I don't. It was a little bit of a. It's a little bit of a haze to me. Talia, were you there? No, I don't remember you being.
I was with you that day, but I was down the street at the time. It was
At the time, yeah. I was about to say at the time you weren't in the store. Yeah.
I did not go into the store with you.
The judge looks over at Talia and says, "What were you doing then?"
I was just at one of the market stalls.
For what purpose?
I don't know. The shop was kind of smelled funny inside. I didn't really want to go in. There were plenty of people there to ask questions, so I just sort of hung out.
I see. So
outside.
you visited the shop and then left. Is that right?
Yeah, I walked with them to the shop, and then they went in, and I stayed outside. Walked down the street, waited for them to finish up with their questions.
The judge turns to Zell and asks, "So you were not present at this situation at all? What were you doing at this time?"
I was probably moving a crate or a box to another location, and then probably carrying something back. My efforts were not being utilized at the time.
So
On the ship.
On my ship, on a ship I was on.
I see, but you were still already associated with these other people already at that time.
Nope. No, I hadn't met them at all. Maybe I saw them one time, maybe, but no, I had nothing to do with this. Completely innocent.
I see.
He's
what are you doing
No,
here?
before we got into the house, into the House of Justice, he didn't know even why we're here, and I explained it to him.
The man who left our party, the Drogar.
The Draugr.
Drogar. This is our replacement for him that we were assigned.
I like the term upgrade, but yes.
Upgrade. This is our upgrade. Yes. Our upgrade,
The judge repeats. So what are you doing here in this hearing?
I came here to support my my new group party team people.
Very well. You may remain as an observer. The judge then sort of turns to the general room again and says, "Very well. I have heard what has happened to him. We have, of course, also conducted an investigation into the matter as well as gone through the shop and such, and interviewed people in and around the scene to find out our own understanding of the situation. Now, I would want to clear something up, mostly for myself. Looking at your group here, you seem like a fairly capable bunch. So...
We certainly look that way.
You.
So, how is it that one small, frail merchant was alone with 4 of you in a small shop, and you were unable to restrain them in any way other than using lethal means? Can you explain this to me?
Well, I did restrain her, and then Artie accidentally trying to get her to stop. Cast a spell. We already said that.
He said that, yeah. Already
Yeah,
said
we
that.
already said that. That's nothing new.
Okay.
Already said that.
And that's why he's taking the wizard classes now too. They already know this.
Okay. All right.
They know he has little control over his magic.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And also, she was flailing about so wildly that she was actually almost in danger of injuring herself. So this wasn't just like her normal power. It seems like she was taken control by something almost. But we did restrain her.
The judge says, very well. So let's imagine a situation where you end up in the same situation again. Up to the point where the shopkeeper, Xerox, they read this book and they go mad from it. And let's say
I don't think the book did
all
that,
here.
Already not the time.
Already the judge is speaking.
Not the time or place, man.
Not the time and place, and the judge is speaking. Sorry, Your Honor. Keep going.
The judge says, very well. So let us imagine that all here in this room, all of you, are present in this situation. How would you do things differently now?
Well, first off, Artie knows not to show the book to anybody anymore. We have made that clear to him multiple times. He is aware.
But I showed it to the wizards, and they were totally fine.
Thanks, Artie. You're really interjecting at a good moment.
Helping.
Again, we will tell you as many times as we
Club.
need to. Do not show it to anybody else. Please say you understand right now.
But you said I could show it to the wizard again, right?
He's safe,
Yes,
apparently.
yes, the wizard, yes.
But
Except for him and you,
nobody else.
no one.
Please say you understand. Please.
Okay,
So you
I won't do
understand.
that. I understand, yeah.
Good.
Thank
The
you.
judge, the judge sort of raises their hand, kind of like, hold on, and they say they kind of interrupt you and say, I understand all of this, but just as an exercise, we will imagine this situation playing out to the point where the shopkeeper has now reacted in the way that they had, and they have gone mad, and I want to know what your group would do in the situation now, in hindsight.
Well, Artie's taking classes now, so no accidents from him anymore. He's learning. But I would still end up trying to restrain the person and go get the guards. Would probably be the best course of action. As someone else goes get the guards, I would restrain them.
Yes.
That's what I was hoping was going to happen when I restrained her in the first place, but...
All right, so that is what you would do. How about you others? What would you be doing in this situation?
Well, one of us will probably take the role of going to get a guard, some sort of law enforcement, help us out in a situation like that. But probably also everyone else would just leave the shop to not be in the way of law enforcement and also not be in. I mean, if it becomes a dangerous place, then the best course of action is to leave. So everyone else will leave, or still be around in case of questioning, but not be in the sight of danger.
And also warn civilians that might try to enter the scene as well.
And that. Yes.
The judge is just waiting for the others to say
yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Arya restrains the person. One of us goes to get the guards, and the rest exit the immediate vicinity and stay nearby.
And yeah, obviously the team is helping you, and to get along with the team. Keep them in check.
The judge asks Arya as well, and what would you do?
What do you think I should do?
I would want to hear your opinion first.
I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I hope I can make sure it doesn't happen again by talking to the wizards and stuff, but guess I could run away maybe. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really mean for it to happen.
The judge says, very well. So, in short, you would restrain them. You would all leave and try and find someone else to take care of the situation.
Well, guards, not just some random person on the street. They do have those rings that can, like, physically stop people. I think that'd be very helpful in that situation.
The judge says, yes, perhaps so. A capable group of you as yourselves, I'm sure that some of you could potentially try and figure out if you could help the person in the situation, but if that is not your nature, then so be it.
Well, I could perhaps try, but I do have a calming presence at times with my words, but be that if it comes to it.
Well, it seems like they were taken over by something, and they were a danger to themselves. They were attacking so, like, wildly that they were in danger of injuring themselves. So I think restraining them would maybe help them, at least until guards came in and were able to subdue them more, and then they can get proper help by the Majirum.
The judge says, I understand, but you have already spoken your part of this. My next question would be, I would like to turn to the matter of Kalon Groghammer. What has where is Kalon? And what was his part in all of this?
I mean, he came in with us, and then he might have, like, asked a couple questions like we did to figure out what they knew about the thief. But other than that, he kind of just stood there and he didn't really do anything. But then after we went to get the guards, he kind of ran away. Could he have, like, done something to them?
And where is Kalon now?
We have no idea.
If you find out, let us know.
Yeah.
I see. Well, would your story change at all if I were to tell you that Kalon is in our custody and has given his side of the story already.
Why would things change?
Said my truth. I have said my truth. Best of my capacity. And I believe what I said to have been the truth. Now,
Yeah.
I take no responsibility.
What did he say happened?
What I'm asking is if your story would change with this knowledge.
Mine wouldn't.
No, that's what
Told
happened.
you, on my end is the truth. My end, and will not.
Everything I've said here is true.
The judge kind of eyes all of you and kind of looks at you, looks at your group, and says, "Were you aware of Kalon's connections to the Drow?"
Connections. Mine more.
Aside,
Yeah, sorry.
aside from his origins in the Underdark. Because you can tell he's from like
First of all, that's the kind of like slightly racist thing to say.
yeah. They've been slightly racist though.
Yeah,
They've said that.
man. Fuck this.
But it was just funny to be like, obviously he's from the Underdark. Have you seen what he looks like?
Yeah.
Have you seen the color of his skin?
But the judge just says, yes, there are stronger connections to the Drow that our investigators have found out about. What do you know about these connections?
I mean, we only knew him for a couple weeks, like 2 or 3 maybe.
I mean, he was on the
He
ship, but
didn't
he
tell
mostly
us anything about Drow connections.
kept to himself. He was kind of a loner guy.
This is news to us.
The judge kind of pauses for a moment and says, I hope that you are being forthright, as the truth usually has a tendency to come out sooner or later, and it is usually best to simply tell the truth and the whole truth, with all details included from the very get-go, as things work out the best that way. I have,
Oh,
over
I know
the
something.
centuries... Go on.
Well, there was that one time after the party where, like, he said he thought he saw somebody and he kind of, like, disappeared for a little bit. But then he came back and he said he didn't see anybody. That's all I can think of.
And you suspect this was a moment when he met a Drow contact?
It's
Can I
possible.
ask why you think he has Drow connections?
As I said, our investigators have found out this information. But as I was saying, over the centuries I have seen and heard the same lies over and over again. So I'm usually quite the good judge of when people are speaking the truth and when they may be omitting some details. So, with this, let me ask you one more time to tell me everything you know about Kalon's connection to the Drow. Any of the tiniest details you could think about.
Well, he is from the Underdark. His magic is odd. I haven't seen it before. Its magical capabilities. There was that one time that Ari explained. I wouldn't remember. Is there anything else?
Out of character, did he tell everybody about the necklace, or was it just a couple people?
I think it was everyone, and
Everyone,
only
yeah.
a couple people actually recognized it as
Did-
being a drow symbol.
Did he explain it?
Well, you
I
discussed
can't-
together as it
Yeah.
being like a Drow symbol that you should probably hide away, and that it's probably not a good idea to go around showing it to everyone,
Yeah.
as you will probably be killed or something.
It was planned that, if I remember correctly, is that after the party, we should show this to some kind of authorities, because
Yeah, you considered that, but then also didn't really. You decided against it.
I don't remember the reason. What was it again?
You basically just decided to hold on to it for now and figure things out later.
Do you wanna tell?
Should I tell?
I mean, we can. I'm for it.
I can do it as
Right.
well. Fine. Good choice.
Go for it.
Okay. I don't remember. There was that one time, I think, after the ball at the Duke's Palace. It was afterwards, right, guys? Yeah. Where we've... Or was it before? Was it before? I think
I'm
before.
not 100% sure.
It might have been before. Where Kalon, when we came out of our home, and where he noticed a specific rock. It was a rock, right?
It
On the
was an
ground.
amulet. It
An
was
amulet. Sorry, an amulet. It was an amulet on the ground, which he had recognized to have been of Drow origin.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And it was planned, I think, to talk about this with the authorities. When the time comes, but I think he passed it off as if it wasn't a big deal. Well, as being the only one in our group to have been from the Underdark, kind of trusted his judgment.
And at the time, we didn't think it was a specific connection to Kalon either.
The judge says, very well, where is this amulet now?
He
It
took
was with him. It was with him the entire time. If he still has if he has no possession of it, then he has put it somewhere.
All right. Anything else? Any other details?
Nope.
I wouldn't remember anything.
Very well. In that case, I am going to have to ask a follow-up question. Again, please, with all the details you can give me, do any of you have any connections to the Drow?
No good ones.
Oh, not good ones, yes.
Same connection as you would probably have, going through the war.
If you're looking for positive connections, I don't have any.
No.
The judge is looking around at the others.
No.
No. How long ago was our war?
About 20 years.
20 years?
Uh,
I wasn't even around for the drought.
How old are you? Wait, what?
Wait, how old are you?
Probably about 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, the judge is still waiting. I don't think Zell answered yet.
Well, you did mention that he's an observer.
Yes, was that question to me
He's
also?
not a tribal. He is an observer at the trial.
Yes,
As soon as
the judge does specify as well, like and you.
Ooh, no personal connection. Maybe purely transactional at a time.
what?
the judge pauses for a second. You get the feeling that he was not expecting to actually get anything. And he answers like this. Here, he says, tell me more.
I need a beer.
Yes.
Oh.
I need a beer badly.
Well, I wouldn't want to impose on your current ongoings with your judgment of these people.
I'm glad you're separate from us now.
Yeah.
I would like to go back to the statement he made when he said he's not associated with us.
He is not.
The judge says, it is all right. Please, this is a judgment of the character of your whole group here. So your testimony here will be relevant. What do you mean with a transactional relationship?
Oh boy. No, well, back where I'm from, I was part of a group, in the, in my lands, and, we worked with whoever had coin, and it just so happened that Drow would sometimes have coin, and then they would ask us to do stuff, and we would do it.
I can't hear him.
Oh, can you not hear me?
It sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah, it just got garbled a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's, we just did, I was part of a group that did stuff for coin, and, sometimes Drow would have coin, and they would give it to us.
So I haven't brought this up yet, but for some of your characters, you may have not, like when you met Zell, you may have not immediately clocked this thing, but some of your character may be knowledgeable about the fact that there are in fact some lizard folk tribes in southern Lavernia who have the reputation of working for whoever pays the most, and also happen to have some rumors associated with them that they may have at some point during the long war with the Drow, at some point may have done some things because of money that was of Drow origin. So I would say that probably like the highest chance of somebody knowing about this is probably like Erevan and Arya would probably possibly be most knowledgeable about this. So this wouldn't come to you as like an absolute surprise now that you kind of think about it. It's like, oh, Zell is one of those people.
Just a working man.
Every time I try to be racist,
Yeah.
I just get proven. Over and over again.
The judge says, and
That was all in the past. It's all in the past. There's no bearing here.
the judge says, I understand you have worked as a mercenary. Have you personally accepted coin from the drow?
We accept coin from anybody.
I want to
Man, really
hear,
batting 1,000 here.
Except
I w-
as in past tense, I think is what you meant. Yes.
Oh yes. yes.
I want
Obviously,
to-
in there.
I want to hear if you personally, as an individual, have you ever accepted coin from the drow for any services?
Like they give me coin from just me? No, I accept coin on behalf of
The fact that you have to think about this is concerning.
on behalf of my tribe.
It's always like, at this point, all answers should be like immediate no, but then when there's like, well, you know. The judge says, I understand, and seems a little uncomfortable about this.
Oh no.
this fact, and says, right, so you have had associations with the drow, and so has Kalon Groghammer, and none of the others here. You're telling me none of you have had any dealings with the drow, any interactions, any relationships?
Just to put this out there, I don't think I'm on the same level as Kalon. I don't think it's pretty
Just to
fair
put back in
compare
here.
ourselves.
By the way, I'm picturing like as in the beginning when the judge said that you could be an observer, you like stepped away from us, like moved to the corner of the room, and then like keep going out. Like no. No, I would
The
put
way I
me
see
on
it,
the
you
same level.
I think that they're like somehow that's such a funny thing to say, because I'm like, what's like the real life equivalent? Like you're at a murder trial or something, and you kill someone, and then the judge is asking you questions, and then you're like, yeah, but I'm not like a serial killer.
Exactly.
I just sold weapons to serial killers. That's fine.
Yeah, like that person is worse than me, so
It was not
Ta-da!
personal, purely transactional.
Exactly.
oh.
But also, that stuff happens on the other continent. It's not. He's not breaking any of their laws here. At no point did he do that. So.
Well said. Yes.
Still not a good thing to be
Oh
doing.
no, it's not. It's not a good thing. I'm just saying. I don't feel. I would feel a little weird if they like. Use
Especially
that to
here where-
justify dealing. Well, they can't punish him. I don't think they should be able to punish him for it though. It's not great though. It doesn't look great.
It's not good at all.
Talia standing up on a chair and being like, it is not fair to. I will now defend this person for their connection to Drow.
It's 5-foot-tall Catwoman. Actually.
Actually,
Well,
But so the judge asked again, just to reiterate, asked like, does anyone else have any sort of interactions or anything with the Drow beyond
Like I said,
killing them in the war?
no positive ones. Only seen them when I was a child, and it wasn't a good time. No good memories. Aside from that, none.
God, the judge says, very well. I will take this into consideration as I pass my judgment.
Can I make an
Now-
appeal real quick?
The judge says, I was just about to ask if you have anything that you would want to add.
I know Salazar is saying that he had past connections, right? But obviously you've lived centuries, right? I'm sure you weren't the same person you were centuries ago. So, everyone has the capacity for change. Let him prove himself that he's changed.
Is there a jury or is it just the judge?
Just a judge, yeah.
Just the judge.
wait, I'm not being judged, right?
You are
Well,
an
you're-
observer.
it's a judge over a character.
Just said.
He said he's judging our character as a whole, so
I think
I think you're judged.
I don't believe we
I
made
think
it through
you
the
also-
whole thing, and then at the end, the guy who wasn't at the
yeah, I
event
think
is
you.
like,
I think you kind of made yourself be judged.
Damn.
You could have just said no.
Is it too late to say that I was joking?
perfect.
You. Oh boy.
The judge says,
Like I said, give him
so,
the chance to
are
prove
there,
himself that he's changed.
Are there any other things you would like to add?
I think the ship has sailed, Arya.
Just to put this out there, I have also, my group has also killed their fair share of Drow. We're not, I've no friendly terms of Drow.
Well, that's not entirely true for
It would have
something
been nice if
different.
you started with that.
Yes.
Yes.
Would have been
We've
Would have
taken
been funny if
contracts
Zell
against
had
Drow. Yeah.
Zell started like listing out all sorts of other criminal organizations that they've helped as well.
Yeah.
Like it's not just a Drow. We also work for
There was a
the
group of
Murderers
UNT.
Guild.
Exactly,
Yes, I was also involved in tax fraud. Just in case you didn't know.
Yes.
In the rankings
Anyways,
of my crimes, like this is pretty low.
The floor is open for any other things you want to bring up to the judge. If you want to dig out any other skeletons out of your closet.
Kill me now.
Everything I can say.
Got any skeletons?
Yes. Does anybody else want to admit something? Something maybe a little more.
I think you've admitted enough for the rest of us.
Thank you for taking the focus off the.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was, definitely what I intended.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a situation in my previous campaign where the party had, like, I don't remember the exact details of it, but the party had what was like really they didn't want to talk about anything about like their mission for the longest time, and like they were kind of in a secret mission, and they were like they weren't giving any details to anyone. And then I don't remember who it was, but for some reason it was like they met this one character who was like the worst person to tell all of it, and then they suddenly just all decided to just share everything. to that one
This
person.
was us.
Yeah, I think it was like the Thieves
Yeah.
Guild. You like started talking to the Thieves Guild after like
Oh,
having
yeah.
not talked to anyone else. So this
Yeah,
reminds me
yeah.
of that, where suddenly you're in front of a judge, and now you're like, well, I may have done a little bit of something.
Yeah.
Like, did you not just see the torture device out there that they have? Like, why would you admit this here?
I was just.
The judge says if there is nothing else to add, I would like to present you with a task.
Oh boy.
Oh.
This has only been the first part of your of the judgment of your character here. I wanted to hear your own testimonies, of course, but then I will also want to hear testimonies of other people about your
Oh,
your
for the love of
character.
Oh, no.
I would like you to. There will be another hearing in 2 weeks' time, and by then I will want you to select people from Lindvale that could speak to your good character on your behalf. Anyone who may have been impressed by your behavior or your acts, and you can bring the names of these people to the Hall of Justice the day before, and then we will call upon them and bring them over here the next day for a hearing of
How many?
your character. You may bring as many people as you wish.
Okay. One.
Yes.
You have one? I can't think of one.
Oh, one.
Let me guess, your daughter.
Can I be one of those people?
Oh, that's a great question.
The judge says, I do not believe that you are under current light fit to give a testimony of another person's good character.
Yeah, the
He
guy who
has
just said
been
he'd do anything for
very
coins.
honest. He has been very honest.
That
And I
is.
believe that he will remain painfully honest.
But no, I have already heard your testimony, so preferably other people.
Okay.
But yes, this hearing is as such concluded, and I will see you all in 2 weeks. Now, there's one more thing. I was told that there is someone who is waiting for you outside. Across the room, or across the hall, in the other room.
Okay.
Do you know who?
I was not told. No.
Okay.
So I have a question. Can anyone just come in here at any time? Is this like a public space or is this more private?
No, this is not a public space at all. Only few people may come, and usually they have some sort of business.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Well met. Phew. I think that went pretty well.
All right, let's
You
see
see-
who's in the hall.
That
Room across the
guillotine becomes more and more attractive every time I pass through it.
Oh, it's worse than a guillotine.
Yeah, it is worse than a guillotine. Guillotine's
It's-
a little bit quicker.
It's
Oh
so
yeah,
much
it's that
worse.
wheel, isn't it?
It's you're
I got it. Yeah, I got it. It's a wheel that tears your limbs apart. I got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'd just like to ask the group here real quick if we had a single positive interaction with anybody so far.
Now
Any
I will
names?
say, Boral and Beryl have said they are upstanding citizens so many times.
Yeah, but we met them. Well, I guess we did buy drinks for them, and I think that's it.
So there's that.
But we don't know where to find them. I guess the pink pony.
They drink at that one tavern.
Yeah.
We are so fucked.
If you guys are willing to speak negatively about Warforged, I know a wheelwright. He'd probably be kind to you.
I am not going to do that.
See, we could maybe ask Zarel, but the thing is, I don't know what nice things she would have to say about us. She's like, oh yeah, I met them. They seemed okay.
It's not negative.
It's not negative. Yeah.
It's not negative, and it is the best we have.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we're able to
very
choose.
tragic.
I mean, there's also Ranger Brown, for example.
Yeah.
Who
Maybe the wizard
teaches Arya, so you know.
Yeah, but I also called him out on his racism last time. That wasn't super great, but
if you continue the lessons over the next 2 weeks, maybe we can get him in. And also, that was a good. I didn't hear who said it, but the wizard who teaches Artie.
Yeah, the wizard.
Could maybe be one. Yeah.
We need to make some friends, I think.
Oh no, Artie.
You know what's crazy is when we met that at the very beginning, the guy we got the map from, I was like, I really want to befriend this guy. I really want to have him on call for something I might want later because he seems like he would be helpful. And then I was like, nah, it's not worth the investment of trying to get him to like me because he doesn't like me. And then and now I'm regretting it.
Is that Bridge Burns?
Old Morris?
I wasn't there for that.
We could try and butter him up. He didn't like us because Kalon did magic in front of him.
Okay.
So now you can be like, hey, so we killed this guy off and threw him to end. Here's a new person who definitely hasn't associated with a drow or anything.
No, not at all. No.
Another good person to talk to is someone from the Church of the Phoenix. Trying to befriend one of them.
Oh
Might be
yeah,
a good idea.
We could go in and say I want life coach sessions,
Coaching.
and then be like, yeah, okay.
So you're currently in the middle of a hall, so you don't really have that much time or privacy to talk about stuff. So you probably should just jump into the opposing room.
Okay.
And continue on with this consideration later. So do you just go in?
Yeah.
Kick the door down and rush in with weapons drawn. Inside.
If I manage to kill off have my character die, a campaign that is 90% RP. This will be a story for a century.
I mean, let's just say that there's a chance today. Anyways,
oh no.
I didn't say anything. Anyways, you open up the door and on the other side there is Miss Rosewood, who was the Duke's assistant.
Yeah.
Who originally gave you or kind of was the one who spoke on behalf of the Duke to give you the mission to find the thief. And Miss Rosewood says, please have a seat. She seems a little smug.
Oh.
Previously she was very much like this permanent scowl, kind of person, but she seems to have a bit of a smug stroke to her now. And she says, well, it seems that I was right after all, and the Duke was wrong to trust in your capabilities of conducting this mission.
And with all due honesty, we did mention that we are questioning our own capabilities in this. And I personally am not sure if we are the right people for this. So I did say that. So me and you, we are on the same boat on this.
She says, yes, very well, but let's get to business though. We have not heard a report from you on the matter and what is going on with your investigation. It's been over a week now, and I knew that you would be coming here, so I came over to meet you myself and ask you how your mission is going along.
Well,
what have you found out
we've been
about?
busy.
What have you found out about our thief?
Yes.
Yes. We had a lead. We had a lead, and then that went south real quick.
And now we're here. That's
now we're
that's
here.
basically it.
She says, very well. It is as I had expected of you foreigners.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the Duke still wants this matter to be handled, and as such, you are still on the job, and we would wish to have some results as soon as possible. Have you spent all of this time still investigating this one matter, or have you done something else during this time?
No, we've been pretty much investigating this for a majority of it.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason we're here.
I see. What sort of leads have you pursued?
The pawn shop.
It's gonna sound silly.
She says, I see. Well, to catch you up on our side of the investigation, we have determined that there was absolutely no disturbance to the magical wards at the Duke's Palace. And it should be entirely impossible for anyone to have teleported in or out of the place, or cast such spells, become invisible, or such.
Can I do an insight check? Is she being genuine?
Sure. You're not quite sure. You get the sense that she really she doesn't really like you so much, so
I'm getting that.
it wouldn't like she also seems to like want you to fail, so in that sense it's hard to say. Could be that she is trying to sabotage you in some way, but hard to say for sure. But she continues on and says that there's absolutely no way that this could have been. There's no magics that could have done this without us finding out about this. So
I have a quick question about the
Yeah.
barrier. Is there any way that can be turned off? Is that possible?
No, and as I said, our investigation has been thorough, and we have investigated such trivial matters already.
I'm just saying, is it possible in a general sense? Not that it
No.
happened on that night.
She says, as our investigation has been completed now, our side of the investigation, the only lead we have is the halfling themselves. So we must find the thief. And
Right, but can the ward be turned off at all? Like if there's an emergency of some sort or anything like that?
she already said no.
Okay, okay. I don't know if I believe it, but okay.
Are you
Do you
sure?
want her to say no many times?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I mean, I don't think Captain Bell said what you said, though.
She says, well, that was some time ago. Our investigation has now been completed at the Duke's Palace. There is, as I said, there's no way that the defenses, the wards have been breached in any way, or that there has been any sort of malfunctions or anything to that sort. So we have no leads at the palace, and as such, the only lead, as I said, is the thief. So we must capture the thief, and unfortunately for me, that is your job.
I have a question. Are there any built-in exceptions to the wards? Like, is there anyone who does have the ability to teleport in or out because they have permission? Essentially.
She says, I am not here to answer your questions about the investigation to the Duke's Palace's wards.
Aren't you?
As I
You're
said,
giving us information. Isn't that your job right now, to give us information about the investigation?
she
Like,
says,
isn't that what you're doing?
she says, I would give you information if you let me talk and not ask me questions about an investigation that has been finished. You are working for us, so I will be dictating what you will be doing. And as such, it is not your place to ask questions about the Duke's Palace or the defenses of it. These are not matters that you as foreigners are privy to.
Because I feel like when there's a break-in somewhere, one of the first questions is, who should have a key to this place? And that's what I'm asking. Who normally can do what you're saying is impossible, if anyone?
She says, as foreigners, you are not allowed information into the security systems about the Duke's Palace. What I have told you is everything I can and will tell you about that matter, about that side of the investigation. Your side of the investigation is to find this thief, and we will now discuss the thief and not the Duke's Palace.
Well, I have one more question. We may not be privy to the palace's information and stuff like that. Are people in the Majorum privy to like how the ward functions?
She says, that is not a question I will be answering. As I said, we will now discuss the thief. The thief, as we know, is a halfling. And as you seemingly are out of any sort of leads, I have asked the investigators here at the Hall of Justice to support this endeavor, and according to the best information I can give you right now is that you should try and find out more from the halfling communities that are in the city. And the place to start off with that I would suggest is going to talk to auctioneer Obol. who is a halfling and in excellent standing with everyone in the city. And Auctioneer Obol will certainly be able to help you find out more about halflings in the city, and as such, with your description of said halfling, I am sure you will be able to unravel the situation and hopefully capture this thief as fast as possible so that we can continue the investigation.
Has your investigation led to any like revelations about the thief, more specifically, or no?
Nothing beyond the fact that they have somehow succeeded in the impossible and have somehow made it inside of the Duke's palace and out without anyone knowing how.
Interesting how it sounds we're both in the same exact spot then. Okay.
Ooh, sarcasm. No. Arya getting spicy.
Well, she's coming in here criticizing us for not having information. She
Yeah.
doesn't have anything herself. It won't reveal anything to us either. So.
She says, and that is all that I wanted to speak to you about. So why don't you go off now and go and find Auctioneer Obol.
All right.
War. Is there a bar nearby?
There's probably a bar in the halfling area.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink.
Careful with money. We're in debt.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, that's matter. Yeah.
We're only 1,000 in debt now.
Oh,
And so much to show for it, too.
How much time do we have to pay it back?
You could probably actually pay it back right now, if you wanted to.
Yeah, technically we could, yeah.
Yeah, but how much time do we have to pay it back?
They didn't give me any specific
Deadlines?
time. I think they implied that we would be. I think what I originally agreed to was take it out of our, or I think I originally said mine, but take it out of my salary, and then but when we went back, they were like, okay, your salary, all together is 500. And Zell's bonus is 500, so we'll just put that towards the debt. And then no one said no, so I was like, okay.
Yep. You're welcome.
But we did discuss the idea, like, Zell originally was like, no, I maybe want my signing bonus. And he said that we could do that. We could, put off paying off the debt.
I think it might be best to get it out of the way, though.
Yeah. He also didn't talk about any kind of interest or anything, so.
No, I mean, it's kind of like, it's just like, it's your team, kind of, your team's money and like the expedition's money, and so it's like, you're not borrowing from some sort of loan shark or anything. It's just like they just move some numbers around at the ship, and it's fine. You don't have any like interest or any sort of time limit on the payment or anything like that.
Do you guys think it's possible to go to the treasurer, and see if we can ask for a raise because of, well, inflation, which we are definitely not the reason of the inflation happening, but hey.
If you want to ask the treasurer for that, I mean, we haven't run into needing money and not having it yet.
Also, didn't we sort of ask and then they just said, we pay you for the work you do, the good work you do, or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we asked something along those lines. I mean, it can't hurt to ask, but...
Anyways, I think we'll take a break now. And then when we come back, we'll be if you still have some stuff you want to talk about this, we'll do that, and then we might fast forward towards when you went to the Pink Pony. But yeah, let's take a 10-minute break now and see you back after that.
Right.
So yeah, was there anything you wanted to go on about in terms of like talking about the courthouse stuff? Or shall we go back to the present?
Yeah, let's go to the Pink Pony.
Oh, so I just have a quick. We haven't been to the mine yet either, right?
Nope.
Okay, I just wanted to ask real quick, just to make sure.
Yep. All right. So in that case, basically to catch you kind of up on what happened again, kind of recapping again, most immediately right now was that you had just gone to the Pink Pony again. As a second time, you kind of went around talking to people, trying to figure out if anyone is anti-warforged in there. You didn't really find out anyone who would be like that, or at least anyone who like admitted to it. But yeah, you made a lot of noise and kind of asked a lot of people, and you had a couple of like go-to stories. You had like Artie came up with the idea of some Warforged pushing him, and such, but yeah, eventually you gave up and you just headed out. But as you had started walking, you immediately noticed that there was somebody following you. They weren't too subtle about it, and then you ducked into an alleyway and waited there, and then the person came over, and you had a short discussion where they introduced themselves as Steel, S-T-E-E-L, the material, not the act of stealing. And basically just kind of asked with, or said like, hey, you've been asking around about this stuff, asked a couple of questions, and then said like, okay, meet me behind the Pink Pony tomorrow at noon, and then left. And that's basically the moment we are in.
Yeah, so if anyone asks here, we're against Warforged. All good.
What time of day is it?
No, I imagine.
No, I mean you're still. This is like the previous day to that meeting. You have just met Steel, and he has just said, "Meet me tomorrow at noon," and left. And that is the moment we are in. And it is. You were coming here kind of. It's like early in the evening.
Okay. Well,
I'd say 5-6 p.m.
Sweet. Check out Obel.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
yeah.
Let's try to be super friendly so we can try and get them for the court stuff.
Yes.
Good idea.
So you wanna ask around where to find this auctioneer now?
We
Oh,
weren't-
Rosewood didn't tell us?
No,
Oh, okay.
she specifically did not tell you.
Okay.
Doesn't the auction happen every day?
That happens at the Majirum. I think this is just a regular auction here for maybe different stuff. I don't know if that's
Oh.
for maybe. I don't know though. It could be Warforged or
Is
Auctioneer.
the Majiram Auctioneer a halfling?
That's Magnus Black, right?
That's Magnus, right?
Well, no and no. So you've seen many of the auctions, and there's different presenters for them. At least like outside the Magi Room, because you haven't seen the actual event inside the Magi Room. But yeah, so it's not somebody in particular who does it every time.
It's probably different, right?
I don't know.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Should we go back and ask Boral and Barrel?
Are they halflings?
They're doors.
Yeah, why would they know?
Where the halfling neighborhood is? Or is there oh, why would there no, that's not how the city works.
Yeah, you don't have any reason to believe there's like a halfling neighborhood.
I don't know where to find this auctioneer.
I guess we'll just ask around then, yeah.
I have to ask.
Sure.
Just
Do you
grab a
have any knowledge about any like criminal organizations?
Oh, great question. We've tried and have not gotten anywhere.
Or have you tried?
Well, see, the problem is we go places and we try and look for someone seedy, but then it's like they don't want to tell these random people coming up to them, like where to find the criminal groups. Like trying to suss out the underbelly of the city has proven extremely difficult.
I mean, there is Naldradon's people too. We know where they are, but that's
They're
something we should probably gear up for. Also.
Yeah, they're mercenaries. Like, yeah.
Well, there's also the pirates too. We know.
Oh, there
about
are
them
pirates.
vaguely.
Yes. Yeah, the pirates haven't come into port yet, but there is a famous pirate group.
Have we tried anything?
So nothing about
like...
nothing about Naldradon's people has at any point been implied to be mercenaries.
Really? Oh, I could have. Okay,
Sorry, where is Notre Dame?
It's behind like a walled-off section near the
Trader's Gate. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I
So
think, right?
yeah, so what I was thinking of actually was, well, now we need to think about it like this, right? So it's a Duke's Palace. You can't go and steal from the Duke's Palace being a half-assed thief. So either the guy is the guy that did it is a genius, or he got help. Based on the reaction we got when he saw us, based on the surprise, I don't necessarily think he's a genius, because he panicked. But so I would opt to this being a plan that was concocted by multiple people.
I mean, it could be
Now-
both, because you dropped all the stuff, which makes it hard to track, too.
Yes, that is true as well. Yeah, that could also be the case, yes.
I don't
But
think we should immediately say
yeah, that is true.
that he's not smart.
That is true, but I think the best place we have actually is like to try to look for criminals is that place behind the near the Trader's Gate. I forgot the name of it again. No, the name of it again.
Naldradon's
Yeah,
people?
there you go.
Oh, Naldradon's a
Section.
person, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's just people. That's what they
Yeah,
refer to as far as we know, at least.
Yeah.
So I think our best lead to start be there. Question mark.
Yeah. How do you want to like approach them? 'Cause
Well,
they're not going to want to talk to us if they're criminals.
Sorry, my thing was lagging.
Is there a pub?
I mean, I definitely want to gear up for that a little bit.
Is there a pub in there?
Oh, near Notre Dame's
Yeah.
place?
Have we gone into the walled off section? Or have we
sorry,
just kind of been around it?
the Trader's Gate.
No, we went through it, right?
Yeah, we
Did
went
not
through it. Yeah. We had to walk through it to get to. Yeah.
get to the Traders Guild. Get to
Yeah.
the Traders Guild, we had to walk through
Yeah.
the walled-off section. So, when we passed, did we notice any pubs, bars?
So you did not pass through the path that you're referring to. You just went through the straight road that the gods told you to not get off of, to just stay on the road and not veer off. And other than that, you just saw a lot of buildings that are just very tightly packed with dark alleys, and you could tell nothing about those, no. Again, I would, I think it is a good point to remind you that whenever this place has come up, everybody has always said that, like, don't go there, do not go there. Like, it's not that this place isn't necessarily one of those where they're like, we don't want to talk about it. It's like, don't go there.
Like I said, I want to gear up if we're gonna go there.
The thing is, I think going there geared up is not gonna help.
I don't think going
Because
there
we're not
not
going
geared up
there-
is gonna help either.
Because I don't think we're gonna go there to apprehend. We're mostly going, if we are going there, we would go there for information's sake. So going there geared up will put them on their guard, and I think a plan that we could have is that maybe Sal, or maybe Aravan and Sal, I don't know, could maybe try to infiltrate that place with, like, putting on some cheap clothes, just worn attire to blend in.
The thing is if they are geared up, I don't want us to be looking like easy targets though.
That is true.
For anything.
That is true.
So even if I'm the only one who's geared up, it at least gives us a little bit more something than nobody geared up at all.
Yeah, I think it's fair for one person in the group, like, instead of, everyone walks up and we're all like in full gear, but having one, our bodyguard essentially be armored up. I think.
Yeah, you see, this is the risk that comes with it, right? So if we want to do the risk management here and have one person be geared up, in case of, first, then our chances of being able to get any information will be lowered, because they're not gonna want to talk to us because they see
they're not gonna.
Arian exists.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they'll talk to us either way. Not a lot,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. That is the other thing, right? But we have to start something.
Yeah.
I don't want what little money we have left to be stolen from us either. We're in debt here.
Yeah, I'm not going there with any money. I'm going back home and I'm placing all the money I have, and I'm just bringing enough for a couple of drinks.
But money might talk there too.
True. But if you want to come in geared, then I would give you the money, give you the most of the chunks of the money. You would be best to protect it.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Just have all the money be on the beefy one.
I mean, I'm fine with that. Just
Yeah.
keep track of what money's yours.
I mean, I'm fine to basic. If my math was correct, have 500. I have at least a minimum of 550 gold equivalent. I have 200 silver. I don't think a drink would be like a couple of drinks, or maybe trying to extract information. Money is worth a lot over there. 5 gold would suffice, maybe. Or 10?
How
Question mark?
much was a drink? We did buy drinks. How much was it? Does anyone remember? At the Pink
I don't
Pony, we did
remember.
at least.
It charged us a silver.
Yeah.
Silver for a drink.
They charge us a silver. Okay. So going there with 5 gold and a bit of silver for the drinks. The gold as for the information and the silver for the drinks. Maybe? Question mark?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a plan. I saw that. I saw that.
Oh,
I guess we should get ready for an encounter.
That's what I've been
No,
saying.
It's actually, it was actually completely unrelated to this.
oh,
Do you want to do that right now, though, or do you want to do Obel's thing, find out where that is first, and then when we go to the Pink Pony tomorrow, go to Eldredon's people afterwards?
It was said that we need to be somewhere at noon. Was it?
Yeah.
Is that going to be today or tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Sure. We can do that and then start off tomorrow. Sure.
All right.
Everyone else is okay with the plan so far?
Yes, we just have to find Obel.
Yeah, that's gonna be the hard part.
Could just Yeah, we just have to ask the locals. Unless anybody has a way of finding people by just their name and race.
Nope.
All right then.
If we did, that makes things so much easier.
We are missing a little bit of a hop place to, like. I know I'm mentioning bars a lot. That sound like an alcoholic, but like a bar, like a go-to place to go to
Yeah.
every time to try to at least even if it doesn't give us everything, to at least give us something. to work with.
Yeah. Barkeeps are often busy though, especially around this time. It's a bit hard to ask them.
Also
Yeah,
different
maybe.
information in different parts of the city, for sure.
I don't want to just grab a halfling though and be like, "Hey, do you know this other halfling?" I feel like it might be a.
Well, we don't have to say that. We could just be like, hey, do you know Obel's auctioneer?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair, that is basically what Miss Rosewood told you to do.
Oh.
Is go
To be
talk
fair,
to a
I don't trust
halfling.
her.
Go talk to a halfling to find out about this thief that is a halfling. Like that was the whole kind of point of this. So that is basically what you're already doing.
All right. Are we outside?
All right, let's find a random halfling and prove to ourselves that this lady is super racist.
So I mean,
When it all goes
yes, you
south.
are still standing in an alleyway nearby the Pink Pony, and it is still about like 6 p.m.
We see any halflings go by?
Sure.
Excuse me, friend. Can we have a moment of your time?
Well, how can I help you?
Yes. I was me and my friends here were looking for someone. I don't suppose it's just a shot in the dark if you know an auctioneer named Obel.
Oh, everybody knows Auctioneer Obol here.
Perfect. Do you know where we might find such a fellow?
Oh yes, the auction is held at Argent Street.
Argent Street.
Is
When?
Yeah, when is this?
The auction's being held every now and then. I don't I don't really follow that kind of stuff, so I don't know about that. But Obol's over there for sure. At the
Oh.
auctions.
Would he be there right now, do you think?
Yeah, that's probably where he lives, I think.
Oh, that's where he lives. Oh. Interesting. Does he... Is he a drinker? Does he frequent the local watering hole?
The halfling is going to say like, I just told you everybody knows this person, but just because I'm a halfling doesn't mean I know them personally, you racist. No, the halfling just says, I don't know.
Never mind. Thank you for the help, though, friend. Yes.
No problem. I'm an upstanding citizen. Bye-bye.
Oh wait, no. That was a missed opportunity.
We should start making business cards to give out.
It's a good idea.
It's as if this party was not meant for doing this.
Your great presentation to the judge is going to be like, hey, we talked to this random halfling for like 2 minutes.
And he seemed pretty friendly. He seemed to like us. So, Argent Street?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's around about around here. You passed through it many a time.
All right.
Artie, don't show him the book, okay?
Yes.
Why not?
Gee, I wonder. Can I see your book? Can I see it real quick?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna take it from him real quick while we go here. Just,
What if
I'll
you
give
do-
it to you when we exit the shop.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know the rules for warlocks. You don't need it to cast spells, right? Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not really
not like
casting spells that I'm worried about.
No, I know that. I know. I was just checking that it's not like wizard spell book where it's like you
Limiting him,
need it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I totally need it. I definitely 100% need that book.
You casted a spell perfectly fine without it before. I think you'll be okay.
So, do you just go to Arden Street and ask around about this auction house?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan.
Sure. I'm sure
Probably
this person
should've-
wants to meet you in the evening here. You quickly find out where the auction house is. The like auction house building itself is like not open. Like there is no auction going on there.
Is it?
Could be.
We could still knock, right? See if he's still there at all.
Indeed.
Sure. You knock on the front door and there's no answer.
Could we just say right now that we like fast forward to the next morning and come back in the morning and see if it's open at that time of day?
If you want.
Could do. So say.
Fuck that! I kicked.
Well, the next morning, do you go out in any sort of like different gear? You were talking about that.
Yeah, I guess I'm gearing up because we also plan to go on to Neldradon's people today too, right?
Yeah. I'll be dressed in my normal robes with oh no, I'll wear common clothes, sorry, local common clothes and with a dagger on me, and then that's all I'm carrying.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh,
normal
and
common clothes as well. I would try to make it worn. Bit. Not necessarily with stains on it, but just worn.
You can also conceal a dagger too if you have one.
Yes. Daggers with me. I'm my money to
Uh,
I'm leaving 30 platinum pieces at home. I'm leaving my 250 gold at home. I am going to basically be 20 silver.
I forget if we determined this before, but how big and noticeable are thieves' tools?
Big and noticeable.
Okay.
They are big and noticeable.
Yes.
Right. It's not. It's like a satchel-sized like
It's
amount
a pack
of
of
tools.
stuff.
It's
Not
right.
just
It's
like
not.
one little lockpick.
It's not a Swiss Army knife of
Of
lockpicks.
stuff.
No.
That's okay.
By the way, on your character sheet, there's the second tab, the bio tab. There's specifically a spot there for like treasure, and you can use, for example, that to like note down for yourself where your money is in terms of if it's on your person or not.
Is it just me, or does that bio and info page not open up for me?
Not the
Like it's
bio
a
and
complete-
info
it's-
at the top. In the character sheets,
Okay.
between core and spells, there is bio. In the character sheet on like the right side of it. Underneath your
Okay.
alignment.
Yeah, got it. Ah, there it is.
Yeah. So there's a handy place to put down some notes if you need them for this kind of stuff. But yeah, anyways, anybody else got anything out of the ordinary that you're taking with you? If not,
no.
I mean, I'm definitely not taking all my gold and stuff like that, so very limited on me in terms of gold.
But I am giving you 10 gold.
Okay.
Carry with you.
anyways, you're back at Obo's auction house, and you knock on the front door again, and there's no answer.
It might be a time to try the local method again.
Is there like a sign? With like a schedule?
There's probably like a sign that first of all indicates that this is the auction house, and then there would be a sign if it's like open or closed, and signs that it's closed.
Just ask when they open.
Mm-hmm. See, any locals around?
They tell you that it's there's no like schedule. It's just whenever there's an auction happening.
When is the next auction happening? Is there any knowledge about that?
They do not know. They do not know.
Is there just like pop-up shops, you know, just whenever the owner wants to set up, kind of?
They do not have a schedule. There's an
Do
auction
they know?
whenever. At random times.
Are people notified in any way once there is an auction going on?
The people on the street don't really know details about this auction.
Do these people know Obel?
Not personally.
Darn.
Do you guys know what he auctions or she auctions off at all?
They do not know details about the auction. They know that there's an
Okay.
auction every now and then, and that's about all the information they know off the street here.
Okay.
They've never listened in and figured out, hey, we're auctioning this urn.
An urn?
I don't know the auctions.
Yeah. I could see people auctioning on
They've
that.
never like taken a peek and figured out, oh, what's up for sale.
They tell you that the auctions are not open to the public.
Oh.
What do you need in order to take part in these auctions?
They do not know such details about the auction.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Ah.
Yeah, we need to find
You're
another
not-
halfling.
You're not gonna find out a lot of information about this auction by asking the people outside on the street here. So
Is there like a building or a shop opposite this auction?
that would be the same situation. The people in the vicinity here do not know about the auction in detail.
Does the auction house have like a mailbox or a place like in the door to put mail?
No.
Could just slip
You know
it under
what?
the door, maybe.
Yeah.
If you wanted to
Do
write something.
we want to just write a little letter and say that we want to inquire or whatever it is, and then like put a way to contact us? Maybe like, I mean, is it dangerous to put our address?
Probably.
Might be, yes.
Hmm. If only we had some sort of sending stone or bone. That would be
Yes, if
nice.
only. But that does not exist, obviously.
Oh yeah, it has.
You need to be
it
familiar
has
with the person you
been-
send it to.
Okay. I was just messing with you anyway, but
It has actually, by the way, been 24 hours now that it's been in Artie's position, and it has not regained a charge.
All right.
Here you go, Thalia. It's all charged up.
Can I tell by holding it that it's not
Yes.
charged?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Artie.
How?
I'm also gonna give Artie his book back too, since the auction's closed anyway.
Have you kept it? The entire
Yeah,
night?
I took it from you and kept it until we exited the auction. So
I
yeah, I'm
think-
just giving it back to you now.
I don't know if you would have his book anymore.
Yeah. I think so as well.
I think Artie has his book again.
Ooh.
See, Artie, this is the reason why I say it's not a normal book. Normal books don't teleport. Just saying, just throwing that out there, man.
I thought you left it by my bed. Did you not?
No,
You didn't?
no. See, Artie, normal books don't teleport. This is why you shouldn't show it to people. I hope you understand now.
Did anybody
Artie
else?
is.
Did anybody else move my book?
Why would they move your book, Artie?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I just woke up and my book was right there. I thought you left it.
Isn't it strange how this happened again? Like the first time you got your book, it also just kind of appeared next to you. Don't you see like a pattern starting to happen here, maybe? Just like a
Oh.
little bit?
Well, I mean, somebody must have moved it, right?
Can everyone confirm here that they did not move the book for Artie?
I did not move the book.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Oh.
Thanks for the help, Ervin.
No, I was told not to touch that book. And it seems like with good reason.
And you can touch it, I just want to look at it.
I do not associate with that book whatsoever.
I mean, you can have it back if you want it.
Keep
I
that
have a
book
feeling
away
it's
from
not
me.
going to matter much if I get it back, Artie. I'll be honest with you. But sure, I'll take the book again. Why not? I want to see if it keeps happening.
Or away from us.
I want to try to see if it's just like an overnight thing that it happens too.
Okay.
So, sure, I'll keep your book on me for right now.
Well, do we continue looking for Opal or move on to one of our other tasks? I think it's.
It seems like everyone knows Opal, but not personally enough to know
Yeah.
where he would be.
It's weird,
Besides
yeah.
auction.
Like everyone knows Obul, but no one knows Obul.
Should
If
we just
I-
knock on the door, see if he's in there?
We did knock on the door. We didn't get a
We
response.
knocked on it last night. We knocked on it last night, but we didn't knock on it this morning.
Try it again. Go
No, we
on.
just
Yeah.
knocked on it, right?
Oh, we did.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah.
And,
Oh.
yeah, that was sort of
okay,
the
never
first
mind.
thing
Sorry.
you said that you
Sorry.
wanted to do. So yeah, you've knocked on the front door of the auction house. Yes,
Are
and
you?
there has been no answer.
I should shout.
Go ahead, knock louder.
Ariel, go up to the door and shout, "Obo, are you in there?"
How loud are you shouting? Are you like
Loud.
maximum loud?
Go for it, man.
Go.
Oh,
Like,
go for it.
Not like maximum, but just louder than normal.
Give it your all.
Send it.
I'm not sure Artie's like loudest is very loud.
Oh, I know. Oh, take out a spellbook and cast
Oh,
thaumaturgy.
This will go well.
to make his voice.
Did the spellbook transport already? Because I have it.
Oh, sorry. Never
I
mind.
mean, you can probably still cast it yourself. It doesn't seem like you really need the book, man.
But does Artie think he needs the book?
Artie thinks he needs a book. Can I have my book
Yeah.
back, please?
Just give it to me afterwards.
Okay.
Like I said, I want to experiment with this book here.
Alright, I'll cast thaumaturgy and make my voice, like, pretty darn loud. So everybody up
Mhm.
and down the street can hear me.
Okay, before you
And
do
you
that,
have- and
before you
have
do that,
just, you have just deafened your allies next to you.
We said go for it.
before you do that, is the auction house? Is there glass?
Oh, it's
Uh,
thaumaturgy won't do that.
It's
Are
not
there
gonna
any
break
like
glass.
windows?
Yeah. There's a glass windows around the buildings in here. Yeah.
You're
Not-
gonna
Oh my
break
God.
all of them, aren't you?
Not casting
No,
thunderclap.
no, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Go ahead.
So, first of all, everyone around you is like, what was that? And then a series of events happens.
Oh no.
A little bit later, like a few moments later, I would say like the building is a little bit bigger. It's got like a second floor and everything, and the window above you opens, and from it you see the head of a halfling looking down and just being kind of confused about what is going on and just like looking at what's going on. He doesn't really like say anything, but he just kind of looks down and then closes the window. And then as you I'm gonna like lawyer speak this by underlining that you yourself said that everybody down the street heard this, just to make sure that you are the one who described this. So, a couple of guards of the Duke's guards come over, and
Of course.
they come over like semi-aggressively, like they are kind of kind of ready for something to happen, but also not really like coming in shooting guns. But they come over and they're like, what is going on here? Who did that?
Oh, that was me. I just
Is
want
it
to
a
talk to
crime
Ogle.
to yell?
He's inside.
One of God says, you cast... What was the spell that you cast?
I just made my voice louder.
Such spell casting out in the streets is illegal.
Sorry, we didn't know.
You've disturbed the peace here, and you've committed the crime of casting spells out in the street. And you admit to this?
I mean, I didn't say I casted a spell. I just made my voice louder.
We heard it 3 blocks down.
He has a very loud voice.
Mm-hmm. Strong lungs.
You have a very strong voice, sir.
Ervin, roll persuasion quick.
Go for it.
Come on, please. Son of a bitch.
Well,
Hey, it is still a 13.
and it's not like we did any
Probably
harm. We didn't do any harm.
And it's there was no harm done. The love of everything.
the god comes over and says, that was clearly some sort of magic you cast. Now, are you going to cause any trouble? Do we need to?
I
you need to
mean,
be ready for anything. Yeah.
Miss Rosewood told us to talk to Ogle, so I'm trying to talk to Ogle.
The god says, who is Miss Rosewood?
Duke's assistant.
She works with the Duke.
Who are you then? What are you associating yourselves with the Duke?
We're the party from Colton.
The guards kind of look at each other and say, I see. I asked, is there going to be any trouble?
No
We just
trouble.
We just want to talk. That's it.
At
That
this
makes
point,
it sound like we want trouble.
at this point, the door to the auction house opens and the halfling comes out and says, what is going on here?
Are you Ogle?
He says, yes, I am Ogle. What is going on here? What are the guards doing here? What is going on?
Well, I was just trying to get your attention. And the guards thought I was doing something bad.
Well, you have my attention, and certainly you've done some bad. You've just shouted out my name to half the city here. Guards, what are you going to be doing to these people? And the guards kind of look at each other again, and they say, well, considering the circumstances and the alleviating situation here, we are going to issue a fine to these people. So please pay up a fine of 5 platinum pieces.
Okay. Already pull out 5 platinum. Here you go.
Very well. Thank you for your understanding and paying for your crimes, and please do not do that again. Behave yourselves as best as you can. Goodbye.
All right.
You get the sense that clearly the guards kind of understood who you are and don't really want to like cause any troubles. Just like last time, that it seems like you have it's probably, you get the sense that it might be a bit too much paperwork for somebody to try and arrest you for something relatively small.
Yeah.
Allie, didn't Ervin ask about like laws we shouldn't break a while ago?
Yes. And I was told that maybe the library would have it, but I have no access to the library.
But this is also something that has come up before, so this is not
That we can't cast magic. Yeah.
Out in the streets.
Artie, I'd like your book back, please.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Obol says, all right, what is all this ruckus then? What are you doing here, shouting out my name in front of this establishment?
Surely made a good impression, eh?
Yeah, this was supposed to be the time we're supposed to be friendly to get people to help us in court. Just throwing that out there.
So,
Right.
yes.
I mean, we just wanted to talk to you.
Well, here I am. What do you want to talk to me about? Are you here to ask for an invitation?
No.
We are a group tasked by the Duke to locate a halfling man, and we were directed to you that you might know the person we are looking for.
Or might know where to look for
This
them.
You might know
this
where
is
to
a
look for
very
him,
delicate
too.
matter. So is it all right if we were to come in and speak about this?
Obol says, no, absolutely not. The auction is closed for today. No entry.
We are not going to be talking about any auctions. We are just looking for a private place to speak.
Yes, but you may not enter today. No, we must speak here.
Okay.
Now, who
Let's
is
see.
this? Who is this halfling you're looking for?
How much do we'll describe him in as much detail as we possibly can. I don't want to mention that he's a thief right now, unless you guys think that that's something we should mention to him.
Let's wait and give him the description first, see what he says, and then if we need any more info, we can tell him.
He thinks for a moment and says, I do not remember any such a person. Was there anything else? Any sort of other details about him that could help?
We think he might know how to do magic. Do you know any halflings who can do magic?
Well, at the Magirum, yes. Have you gone there to ask already?
We were sort of directed to. You can take care of that, but both we need get as
you're
much
cutting up.
as we possibly can from you. Oh, sorry. No, we haven't, but we were directed to you, so we are here to see how much, to get as much information from you as we possibly can. So, based off the details we gave you about his appearance, you couldn't remember or think of anyone.
No, and even anyone in any sort of magician doesn't ring a bell. Is there anything else?
Can I roll a history check to see if I notice any sort of like special features on his face? that are like uncommon?
Uh,
Maybe a scar
al-
or something.
I can already say that no, there was not really anything like that.
Can I do an insight check? Does he seem cagey at all from this line of questioning? Like is he spooked by this at all?
Go
I
ahead.
mean, we did shout his name, but, you know.
Oh shit.
Well, you think that it seems like he's pretty like straightforward, and just like telling you how things are, but with like a bit of an underlying like, these people just woke me up from a nap kind of situation.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a oh, they're looking for someone. Then we describe someone and he's like, oh shit, that person. No, I don't know that person. Like
No.
nothing like that. Okay. All right.
He says, is there anything else? A magician of your description. Anything else? Otherwise, I do not recall this person.
What if we were to say that they are right?
What is it?
What was that?
Cunning.
Cunning?
Cunning, yes.
Obo says,
As if they may have some expertise in certain line of work which is not necessarily legal.
Obo says, has this person done something in particular? Or what is this? What are you trying to say?
Do you see why I asked for private? For a private location?
He says, I understand, but there is no private location, so please. Explain yourself.
We believe he might be a thief, so I want to ask him some questions.
I see. Why do you want to find a thief? You were just, as I met you, you were just being interrogated by some guards. I am, not quite sure if I should be helping you.
Well, the
as we
reason
said
we
before, we are sent by our currently working with himself. So we are in his service. We are in service for him at this. So this matter is a matter of grave importance. And as you've also noticed with the guards, we may have been interrogated, but as you've seen, the matter has been handled fast and quick, because obviously because from our standing, it would require them probably maybe a bit of too much work and too much of a hassle to do anything to us. But from what I can tell you is, we are not here to make any sort of trouble. Or, for all things considered, we are actually looking for, how should you put it, justice. Legal as well.
Yes. Yes. We are upstanding citizens.
Do you want to roll?
Well, I wouldn't call us
persuasion on
citizens,
that?
but... Sorry?
Persuasion.
I mean, I can, but I'm not lying.
Well, no, that would be deception.
There
That's
you go.
Persuasion. You're persuading. That is the point.
Yeah, got it.
Obol says, "Do you have any proof that you're working for the Duke?
Starting to lose a bit of my patience, but yes. Do we have any sort of proof?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, if we were to go and provide this proof, would you be more willing?
Oval says, I was simply asking if you have any.
I do not have any sort of proof except for my word at this point in time. But it is possible for me to go and provide myself said proof.
Well, as said, I do not recognize anyone of the description, but it does sound perhaps reminiscent of some people I know. Perhaps it could be a family member of theirs. But I do not know of this person. I do not really associate myself with criminals. But if you were to go around and ask around the fishers at Godfish Lake, it sounds like it could possibly be a distant relative of one of those. Possibly the
Godfish Drake, you said?
Godfish Lake.
Got it.
Could possibly be a relative of the Wetfoots around there.
The Wetfoots, is that like a family name, or is that a group
Yes.
of people?
Yes, the Wetfoots of the halflings.
Okay.
Well, it is possible that we might come to you again. So, for the next time, in order to prevent the incident that happened today, in what way can we keep communications with you?
Well, I live here at the auction house. If you have some important matters, you can always come and knock on the back door to the living quarters, and if I am home, I will come and open up the door.
Okay, that works. Well then, my apologies for the inconvenience of what happened. We didn't want to disrupt anything. We just weren't necessarily sure if you were actually, like, living nearby or not. Or if you were inside or not. So, well, it did prove fruitful. My thanks. And anyone else having anything to add?
No, yes, it was a pleasure. So, we hope to see you again. You seem like a pleasant fellow. Do you have a last name?
I'm I'm Opal.
Oh, one name strong. Yes. If anybody asks, my name is Zell. Just in case anybody, if anybody asks you if you've met any friendly people.
It sounds like you're just trying to set yourself up for an alibi here.
And I am not associated with these people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not with them.
Obol says, very well, I'll remember you, Zell.
All right.
We'll probably remember this whole incident. Next time, just not, please.
I do have a quick question for you about your
Go ahead.
auction, actually.
Oh,
I was just
okay.
curious about it. I was just curious what stuff you auction off, that's all.
Obol's like, almost close the door and like, there is occasionally an auction for various special items here for very special people.
Thank you. Okay. When's the next auction? Do you know, or haven't decided yet?
We hold the auctions every now and then when we have inventory to sell. I do not usually talk about these things so much, but I suppose as a sign of goodwill, I can tell you about the next auction. It's not as if you have invitations or anything, so as long as you don't tell anyone else about this information, I can tell you a little bit.
You have my word. I won't tell a single soul.
Deception check.
No, I won't.
I have no plans on telling anyone.
The Oval says, yes, well, so I don't know if you've heard, but recently there was this murder that happened in the city.
What?
What?
Now roll deception.
Terrible.
The curio keeper Xerox has died, and Xerox's Emporium, the shop had a whole treasure trove of interesting items and special items that would interest my clientele very much. So the city has allowed me to acquire some of these items in order to auction them off to willing people. So I am preparing an auction very soon, but it's not quite ready yet to be announced.
Could we get an invite to that auction?
Absolutely not.
What is the requirement?
On what grounds would you be invited?
What is the requirement in order to be invited?
You must be special people.
Define special.
We are diplomats.
We are diplomats from a completely different continent. Yes.
I just sort of like
Yeah.
like this.
Just kind of cool, kind of special.
Obol says, well, if you have a need to ask, then perhaps you're not the right kind of people. Besides, we seek out people we send invites to rather than give them out to people who ask.
I see. Now, by special, do you just mean rich?
Of course, you have to have plenty of money to take part in the auction. Things cost money. But influence is, of course, perhaps the thing that keeps people around here.
Right.
If we get the Duke's goodwill or a thing from the Duke saying that we can have an invite, would that be good enough?
Well, I am the one who issues the invites, not the Duke.
Yes,
but
that is.
Perhaps if the Duke
But to prove that we're special people with enough influence?
Well, if the Duke came over here and made a demand to invite you, then I would seriously have to consider it.
Yeah.
Well, if you deem us special enough as
Okay.
diplomats from a completely different continent with a completely different line of influence from the outside, but if that sounds special enough for you, especially now that after maybe a good amount of time, our continents will be in contact even more and more. Well, then maybe you could deem us special enough to give us an invite. But until then,
Obol,
choice is up to you.
Obol says, Yes, you do make a good point. Perhaps I should consider extending an invitation to Ambassador Valar.
That is a good idea. Well, now that that's done, the ambassador sending an invitation to the ambassador is perhaps a good idea, but I wouldn't count on it. He doesn't really have a lot of time. But it's up to you. You have asked us to keep this a secret of when it came to what happened. We intend to keep this secret, but under a condition that you also keep a secret yourself, which is that the matter that was discussed with you today from our side is classified. No amount, complete discretion is advised. No telling other people. We were never here. We never talked to you about this specific matter. If anyone asks, and if anyone saw us here, heard us here, because it was quite hard not to hear us here, we were here to talk about the auction and nothing else.
Obol says, are you threatening me?
No! You've asked us to keep a secret, and we ask for you to do the same.
He says,
yeah, but this sounds like a threat.
He says, you already agreed to keep it a secret. You cannot, after the fact.
Yes, and
make
as
more
I'm
demands of
not
me.
putting. Okay, maybe saying that it is a. Maybe putting it in a way where we're saying that it is a requirement is not correct. We have.
You see Obol
We
kind
are
of
giving you
eyeing
goodwill.
out, checking out if the guards are still around.
Oh.
You can
know
tell the
it's-
guards we were here. They are aware of the situation. Captain Bell is aware of the situation.
Well,
He says, I do not appreciate being threatened like this. We had already agreed that you will keep what I told secret. If you
Yes.
do not, there will be consequences. And that is the end of that. Good day, sir. And
Wait,
Goodbye to you.
no.
smashes the door. Door closed.
Did I get an answer to if we could pay for an invite? My thing was kind of lagging, so I didn't hear if we got an answer to that.
no, we are not going to be able to pay for it.
He invites only special people.
We only invite
Right.
special people, special enough.
Do you think
I
he'll...
think-
Well, sorry guys. My apologies.
Yeah, I think we really should try to get into
the auction?
that auction, though.
Yeah.
It's lagging again. Hold on. Because I want to get that piece of paper with the Warforged names on it. That was in her office,
Oh.
in her room.
Yeah.
That might be there.
Do you think he will speak well of us at the judgment? Well,
I don't think so.
well, phew.
Yeah, we're not really good at making friends here, that's for sure.
Have we thought about maybe buying gifts? Maybe whenever we want something, we have something to maybe give. Just a good first impression.
We're in debt.
Well, making good first impression apparently isn't one of Erevan's strong suits.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was no problem with Erevan's first impression. It was, I think, the last impression.
Yeah. Well, the first impression wasn't good either. It was,
Yeah, but that was
Quite
not
well.
Erevan's fault, you know? We can
Yes.
blame Erevan for
the
that.
last impression was Erevan's fault. That is correct.
All right.
Maybe Obol will have forgotten about all of this next time.
Maybe, just maybe. Right, now we have somewhere better to lead.
Yes.
Now the question is, are we going to split?
Well, what time is it? Because we have to be at the Pink Pony as well.
Yeah, it's
no,
about you'll have to go there right now. basically.
Oh. Then let's make our way.
Should I stand outside of the pink pony? Because I am dressed in gear. Like, that might put him off. I don't know if I should just...
You were not asked to go into the pink pony.
We were asked to meet everyone behind the pink pony.
Oh, okay. Well, should I go with you guys, though? That's what I'm saying.
I feel like you could get away with it.
I think we're fine.
Okay.
All right. So there's some some like alleyways leading behind the tavern. Do you just go in there then?
Yeah, we head around back.
Yeah.
Like we were asked to.
By the front, as you pass through, you see that you see kind of from windows inside, and you can tell that it's a lot calmer inside there right now than it usually is. But you do notice that there's Barrel and Burrell sitting there drinking. But yeah, you start going around the side of the building. You do notice that it is pretty quiet around here overall. Maybe everyone's sleeping, or then they're all working elsewhere or such, but seems pretty quiet.
That's all right.
Are we supposed to enter?
What were we told?
You were told to go. You were told to go behind, and you're just
yeah.
like you're walking by the side. I just yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you just go all the way around to the side, to the back?
Mm-hmm.
All right. At the behind the building, you see. You come to this little courtyard section. On the opposite side of it, you see two people sitting down. One sitting on a barrel, and one sitting on a chair. And the one sitting on the chair is Steel. And as you kind of come around the corner, they seem to be discussing something amongst themselves, but then when they notice you coming, they keep on talking to each other, but Steel is talking with a volume that is clearly meant for you to hear, and says, "Hey, Miller, what do you know? They actually came. I told you they would." And,
Can you imagine if like the club is just these two guys?
Would be pretty cool.
And
We've tripled our members.
and as you keep approaching, Steel kind of turns over to you and says, "Well then, people of Unified Colton, welcome. Happy to see you."
Good to see you too. Is this the entire party here?
Steel sort of looks around a bit and says, no, absolutely not. I wanted to talk to you and ask you some questions. So, how about it?
For sure. Nothing to hide.
All right. Very good, very good. Before we begin, I would like to just make sure we are on the same page here and understanding each other. I don't want things to escalate here. And if you just answer my questions and we just have a nice little civil conversation, everyone can leave, no problem. Do you agree?
Well, yeah. I mean, we weren't planning on leaving. We were here for the meeting, but sure.
He says, there's no meeting.
What? But my friend Goldbird told me that there was a meeting.
He looks at the other person and says again loud enough that it's meant for you to hear and says like, what did I tell you, Miller? They're a bit gullible. So I just wanted to figure out what a bunch of diplomats from another continent are going around asking about an anti-warforged society for. You see, yesterday when I heard somebody was making some noise at the bar, I wanted to check them out. I wanted to see what it's all about. When I met you, I wasn't really sure about you, but I've heard about these diplomats. The town crier has been talking about you people, so it rang a bell, and I've been asking around some people around this area, and it seems like you've been here before poking around. I don't know about what, but it seems you have some interest in this area. So I figured, well, better find out more about you and who you are and where you come from. So let's talk. Who are you?
I'm Artie.
That is
I'm
Artie.
Arya.
Oh, okay.
What's the name?
Talia.
And is Steel your real name? Or since we're all being honest here.
Well, he's waiting for Zell to say his name still.
I don't know. I mean,
You don't know.
no, I know, but this guy lied to us.
I should have lied and not given our real names. I'm
Yeah, that's-
realizing that was a really stupid thing for us to do. Yeah.
I don't really care about giving out my real name. I already raised my hand at the for the diplomat thing too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, this person seems to kind of know who you are already, so.
Indeed. What's the purpose of this then here? If there's no meeting, I mean, you just want information from us for nothing?
He says, well, as said, I'm Steel, and this here is my buddy Miller. Yeah, the others don't need to introduce themselves right now, but I would want to hear your name, though.
You'll probably hear it in time anyway. You're talking to Zell Salazar, diplomat.
I was expecting Sal Zelazar or something.
Zell Salazar.
Steel says, all right. Well, so, you people been here for what, like 2 weeks? You've been poking around here in that time, and now you're asking around about anti-warforged people, and you're telling these stories about how you've been wronged by Warforged and you're so bitter about them.
Artie here
Why
was
is
pushed by
this?
a Warforged.
Yeah, Artie was attacked.
Unprovoked. Tell him,
Well,
Artie.
there's a simple explanation: is that we're diplomats, and we're trying to find out about the culture. That's really what it is. So if there's
Alright.
anti-warforged, it's in our interest to see what that's about. See what the people have to say about the warforged.
Also, Artie was pushed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Artie was pushed.
Broad daylight.
He says, well, all right, if that's how you want to play it, sure. You're just asking. Sure. Why weren't you forthright about who you are then?
What are you talking about? When?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell everybody over at the Pink Pony. You didn't announce it to everyone that you are diplomats who are from the Empire of Unified Colton. Is that it? By the way, tell me what the Unified part is. Yeah, you didn't announce that to everyone. Why is that?
I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious. We have our accent, you know.
Mm-hmm. They didn't
And
really give
besides, some people can act weird around diplomats, you know, thinking they're higher rank, so sometimes it's better to try and blend in with the people, say what they truly have to say.
Yeah,
All
so-
right.
And they didn't
I
really
am-
give us the chance.
Yeah,
I see.
you weren't there.
I see.
no,
I
so that's on the
understand.
second
I understand. Well, in that case, I suppose my little gambit failed. See, I always like to make sure that my back's covered. So in addition to bringing some friends along to make sure things go smoothly, I did also plan for a little backup just in case you ended up acting a little rougher than I wanted. So, yeah, there was this plan that, you know, if I let one of my friends know that there's this group of people from this diplomatic expedition that you're on, that there's a group of these people who are going around the Pink Pony asking about anti-warforged sentiments. I figured that information could have been valuable, so I told my friend about this and told them that they should go and tell Naldradon's people about that if I don't come out of this in one piece. So yeah, unfortunately, it sounds like that was completely unnecessary. I'll just have to tell my friend when I get out of here that sorry, it was pointless, and there's no value in selling this information to Naldradon.
I have a quick question for you. Do you think we're like okay,
Sure.
real quick? Because if so, maybe you can help us with court real quick. You're like the one positive interaction we've had.
Yes.
Would you be willing to be a character witness in our trial?
Yeah, you know, you vetted us. That's the whole point of this, right? So
Phil says, what trial?
it's just like
Yeah.
a character trial thing.
Yeah, it's just character witnesses.
For what trial? What have you
Yes.
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 Just a judge of character trial.
Yeah, I mean, we're diplomats, so they're just, you know, vetting us a little bit. So
No.
they want interactions from people on the streets.
I've just realized the major pitfall in asking for character witnesses. You have to tell them what we did. Which immediately lowers their opinion of us. The only person that's not true of is Artie's wizard teacher.
Yes.
And the ranger
Steel,
might be sympathetic, maybe.
The ranger might, yeah.
Maybe.
Steel says, oh, who's the judge?
Oh,
Hardwood.
I was new.
I thought
Yeah.
they said
Hardwood.
Hardwood. That
Hardwood.
old
Oh,
elf.
He turns to Miller and says, weren't you meeting with Hardwood? And Miller just sort of nods, doesn't say anything, and then Steele turns back to you and says, my friend here, Miller, he's had his troubles, with the law. Seems same as you. I guess you're the same bunch then in that sense. Miller was Miller spent a couple of years in Cold Iron and was just recently released on good behavior. Hardwood was a judge. So what about that? Small world. These coincidences.
I thought they didn't let anybody out of Cold Iron.
Of course, they let people out. You're out, aren't you, Miller? And Miller just nods.
Okay.
See? Miller's out.
You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but what were you in for? Like I said, you don't have to answer. I'm just curious.
Kind of interestingly, but also you've figured out the pattern here, maybe. But Miller doesn't answer the question, but instead Steele says, well, sometimes you kill somebody that you shouldn't kill, and then you get thrown into prison.
I heard that.
Accidents
But,
happen.
Funny enough, we
Yeah.
do know.
You see that problem? Yeah. Oof. Pesky one at that.
Yeah.
I mean, people just die all the time. It's
I-
crazy.
I know, like, what is the harm in just fastening the process, Like, all we're removing are just old years that you're just gonna spend in suffering anyway.
If Ari had to actually defend himself, his defense would be people die.
Yeah.
They just die.
Just die,
Yeah.
dude. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you just ask them to stop doing something. They just fall over flat. It's crazy.
But yeah, Steele says, well, anyways, we've been chatting here for a bit. Let me ask you again. Why do you want to know about this society of anti-warforged?
Again, I think it's part of learning about the culture. If there's people who don't like Warforged, I think that's interesting to learn about the reasons why. It's just learning about the culture.
Then you can speak your piece, yeah. On it.
Sure, but why did you lie about it?
Again, trying to blend in and sometimes you get better information when people don't think you're some, stiffy diplomats and when you think they share the same sentiments as you. So we thought we'd get more honest answers.
All right. So, you would not be at all opposed to publicly supporting the cause, then?
I think that's on the table. I think that's something we could consider.
Wait, what
Okay.
did you say? I was like,
He said, "Would you publicly support the cause?" And I'm
gotta
like,
get all
maybe.
the facts.
I'm maybe just kind of yeah. I don't want to tell this man no.
Right. But
Yeah.
that's it. We're trying to learn your side so we can kind of make more informed decisions. We don't even know your side yet, so we can't speak as to whether we'll speak publicly yet about it. But we're not saying no either.
Indeed.
Steele says, oh, no. Don't worry about it. You don't need to speak publicly about anything. We'll spread the word.
Spread the word that we're for it.
Yeah, that you've been coming to these meetings, anti-warforged meetings.
Got it.
I wouldn't do that quite yet. Like I said, we were just trying to learn about it.
Well, what do you want to learn?
Why do you guys not like the Warforged?
They pushed Hardy.
Yeah.
They did do that, but one bad Warforged doesn't make them all bad, necessarily.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, maybe some of them might cause some trouble down the line. Who knows? But you should maybe come to our meetings to hear more.
How many?
If we come to, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how many people do usually show up at these types of meetings?
Oh, there's about 20 regulars coming over here at the Pink Pony.
Okay.
Does that include Beryl and Boral?
Our new best friend.
Who's that?
Oh, never mind.
You had a question, Arya?
If we go to the meetings, could you promise us not to tell people that we're anti-warforged yet? We just want to make an informed opinion. We want to learn about it before we speak about it. You know.
Steele says, so you are a little cagey about this information then?
We don't know any of the information. That's why we're trying to talk to you about it. We want to know why people don't like the Warforged. We're trying to learn about it.
And why would you not, what is it that you have against us telling people about your involvement?
Because we don't know our stance 100% yet. Like I said, we're trying to learn from you the reasons why people don't, so we can make an informed opinion. So, if you go on spreading something and we, spreading that we're anti-Warforged when we don't even know, it's gonna reflect badly on us if we don't even know what we're talking about.
Well, maybe you should figure that out before you go around trying to join a group for it.
But, oh god. Yeah.
Well, can we speak about it with you right now then? So we can decide whether we want to join the group or not? Your opinions and why you don't like the Warforged? So maybe we can try to understand why people don't like it and maybe come to the conclusion that we don't like it either?
I'll talk about those during the meetings, but if you form your opinions, then you know where to find us.
How'd you get your opinion though, without joining? Like, why don't you personally like Warforged, besides the group?
Oh, I have my reasons. Plenty of reasons. But
I know,
as
I'm
said,
asking for them.
I will talk about those during the group if you join in. But not right now, not out here.
I have a question. You mentioned Naldradon's people. We don't have a real clear answer on who they are and what they do. And I was just maybe hoping if you were willing to give any other indication. Because we've been warned, and I'm not sure I have a real clear idea of how seriously should we be taking that warning.
Steele kind of looks back at Miller, doesn't say anything, and looks back at you and chuckles and says, yeah, those warnings, they're serious for sure.
Okay.
Sorry, quick question, out of character. Our sessions our session ends in 5 minutes, correct?
Well, the idea is 5 to 30 minutes, or 5 to 35 minutes is the range.
Okay. I need to go. If that's okay.
All right.
Because something just came up. So, I need to go. Thanks for the session. And I see you
Alright.
guys next week.
Yeah. Next Sunday.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye
See
bye.
you next week.
Yeah. So he says, yeah, they're really serious.
And their
I don't-
purview is what, like stealing things, killing people. Like, what's so scary about him?
Well, everything above.
Okay.
If you need somebody, if you need some something acquired, you can go to Naldradan's people. If you need somebody gone, you can go to Naldradan's people. He'll handle them all. But you shouldn't go wandering around in there without an invitation.
Can you give us an invitation?
Me? I'm an upstanding citizen. Nothing to do with
Here's
those
a
people.
lot.
Indeed. So
Didn't
are
you
we-
say that you warned them that if you don't come out of here to take care of us, though? It sounds like you might interact with them a little bit.
No. Like I said, that is my friend who will go there.
Can he give us an invitation?
Possibly.
we are all friends.
For the right price, anything can be arranged.
What's the price?
You'd have to ask my friend.
Okay,
Is he-
I'll ask him. What's the price?
Is he here?
No, he's not here.
Oh, he left?
No. He's talking about like a friend. It's like he's saying if we murder him right now, there is a friend out there who's gonna like raise the alarm to Naldradan's people. That was like the threat.
I thought he was saying Miller was the friend that interacts with him.
That's not what I was
No.
interpreting.
Okay, my thing keeps lagging, so I
Yeah.
get bits and pieces sometimes. Okay.
Can you introduce us to your friend?
Maybe I can send. I can tell him where to find you, and he can come meet you. So, where do you live?
Maybe we can meet at the Pink Pony sometime.
Well, see, I don't want to be this middleman in this whole situation. So, if you tell me where he can come and meet you at any time, then I can then I can pass along the message. Otherwise, too much effort.
Let me ask you a different question. How much would it cost for you to tell him to meet us at the Pink Pony? What's your price point? here?
Me? Me? I'll
You're the
do
only
it for
one here.
I'll do it for free. I'll pass along the message for free. No need to request money amongst friends like this.
Mm-hmm.
But as said, only if you tell me a particular spot where he can come anytime to meet you.
See, we are barely home. It would not do well to give a home address. Maybe.
How about at the Church of the Phoenix? I'll be
Yeah.
there consistently.
In the future. Yeah.
Well, if you're joining the church and living there all the time, then perhaps. But otherwise, you see, what I'm asking is, where do you sleep? So my friend can come and visit.
Yeah, I know what you're asking.
Yeah.
It's a weird way of asking it, though.
I'm saying that's not happening. We're not telling you our home address.
Very well. I suppose we don't have a deal then.
That's why I was saying, how much is it for you to set up a meeting with him besides our home?
There is no money to be exchanged between us friends.
Okay, well, do you have a favor you want us to do besides telling you our home address?
No, as said, this deal clearly isn't going to happen.
Does your friend come to these meetings? Could we meet him there?
Occasionally.
Yes. Well, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. You have pretty much sold me on the idea. 'Cause yeah. So yeah, if I can get a time for this next meeting, perhaps.
Do you want to do a persuasion check?
Sure. Come on.
Steele says, you've turned around quite quickly, so what's your take on the Warforged then? Why do you want to be joining?
Well, I mean, I was always semi-convinced ever since my first discussion with Goldbart, as I told you. It's, yeah, there's just something unsettling about them. Made for war in a time that there is no war. It just seems unnatural and almost as if we're pressing for something warlike in the future.
All right. Do you have any interesting information about the Warforged, other than allegedly one pushing Artie?
Do you know how they're made?
We know a lot of things. I'm asking you about some curious things you've noticed about the Warforged, if any.
So you know that they gotta be made from like living people?
Artie, is that the information we'll have to be throwing around?
Did Zell know that?
I don't think you did.
I'm like, yes, like Artie says.
Miller or Steele doesn't seem to really react in any telling way to this, and just says, I'm talking more about their behavior. You spotted anything interesting?
Did you want me to talk about the one that was like weird and muttering?
I mean, that's the best we got.
Okay. Yeah, I came across a Warforged on the street that was muttering to himself, and was trying to remember something, and was muttering, my name is, couldn't get it. And as soon as I made my presence known, because he thought he was alone in an alley, he straightened up, said, oh, hi, completely different behavior. And come to find out later that reportedly Warforged are made from regular people, and their memories are wiped. So I think maybe they don't completely wipe.
During while you're telling that, and you mention like the encounter in the alley and the like talking about the name and such, during that, Steele actually turns around for a moment and says something to Miller, but this time is like whispering and actually like covering his mouth. So so for once he's saying something actually like not meant as a backhanded insult to you or anything. and yeah, then he just says something quite very short, and then just continues to listen to you, and then says, "Yeah, that's interesting. We've maybe heard of one or two such incidents here and there. What was the name of this Warforged?"
I didn't get their name.
Yeah, unfortunate. We like to go and check up on
Kessel.
those things.
His name
What
was
was that?
Kessel.
Oh.
Already. I didn't want them to go attack this poor Warforged.
Kessel.
Oh,
I
was-
see.
I thought you didn't remember, and I was trying
No. I was intentionally lying.
You were too convincing.
It does feel in character though. So still
I
says.
mean, did you
I
tell
see.
Artie?
Oh. I think I did tell you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you did.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
I did.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But yeah,
When we were on the
still,
boat, yeah.
still says, okay, Kessel. That's a unique name. Do you know where Kessel is now? Any clue?
No.
You gonna go like straighten them out, put them back in line?
No. We're just gonna go check out and investigate. Because as I said, we've heard of this kind of stuff happening before. And we just want to find out if there's any credible reason to suspect that the Warforged might do something bad.
Have you, I mean, maybe if you informed us about your experiences, it might, what's it? Put something up in our minds. What they call it?
Spark a memory.
Spark something, yeah. I mean, we're all friends here now, right?
So what you're saying is you know where this Warforged is, but you don't remember.
No, I've never met this Warforged.
Even better.
Yeah, actually, yes. Zoe wouldn't have any of this.
Yeah.
So I was learning a lot here.
Still says, well, all I can say is there's similar incidents have happened around. Mostly in the eastern part of town. And if that's where the Warforged is now, this Kessel, then maybe that's a clue for us.
Why do you think the Warforged is gonna do something bad? You must have had hints. Like, do you know what they're gonna try and do, or
Oh,
why
no.
do you think that?
We just know they're ticking time bombs like those mercenaries up north.
Mm-hmm.
But why do you suspect they're ticking time bombs? Mercenaries, I can understand because that's their whole job. But why the Warforged in particular? Is it because they were made for war and that's why, or?
Well, yes, your friend here already put it quite eloquently,
I just want to make sure that you shared
quite poetically.
the way he did it as well. Okay.
Yes, I have trouble convincing. I was hoping that you could explain your side of it to help.
Well, it does sound like Zell here has the right idea about these things. So maybe you, Zell, you can ponder upon these things and maybe convince your friends here. And when they're ready, you can all come over to the meeting.
But I am still invited, right?
Yeah, once you've got
Yeah.
your friends along with you.
Oh, what? You can't just accept me on my own? I was looking forward to this.
There's, no. Of course, if we have a whole diplomatic company here from Unified Colton, we want the whole company, of course. We want to be able to say that the Empire of Unified Colton stands behind us against the Warforged. Just imagine that poster on a wall.
Are you gonna make that
written
public?
in paint on the Magirum. Just imagine it. Big letters.
I'm imagining it.
There's
Yeah.
nothing we can do to convince you otherwise.
Well, I'm not gonna go and paint the Magirum. That would be a death sentence. But, you know.
So I can't just come as like a interested party on like, separate from the diplomatic thing, just to, share in my interests of anti-warforged.
Nah, your group is more interesting as a group. We want you all in.
Do we need to stop him from shouting this out?
Well, we haven't joined, it seems. I was trying to just maybe.
Does Ari need to start sharing some literature?
'Cause
Yeah.
What I'm getting here is that he's just that we're anti-warforged.
Yeah.
I think it's only if we join, which obviously if we're not all joined, he doesn't believe it, maybe.
Yeah, I suppose if we were to say right now, yeah, no, we're not interested, bye, like he
Yeah.
wouldn't do that poster thing he was talking about or
Exactly.
anything like it. But if we want to, I don't know if we can get any more info out of them without semi-committing to the public aspect of it.
And I don't
Yeah,
think
I
it's a
don't-
good idea to do that.
No.
Yeah, I don't think you've entirely convinced Steele that you don't care if that information goes out. So he's kind of playing around with kind of just teasing you with the idea.
Right. Okay.
I mean, the reason I don't think it's a good idea is because us, like, if I'm saying this as character, I'm saying it in our language, but the whole Warforged, looking into the Warforged is supposed to kind of be,
Yeah.
Secret.
you know.
Yeah.
So having it be
yeah.
announced or anti-Warforged is maybe not the best.
Yeah.
Might set off some red flags for people that we don't want to.
Yeah.
That would be so funny, though. They'd be so mad.
Maybe down the line, we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If things go like all crazy at that point.
I mean, who knows
But-
what our stance is going to be later down the line, too. It could change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. These might be the good guys.
Yeah, I mean, these people do seem to have some sort of information they're not willing to give you right now, but
Yeah. No. Darn.
I'm going to ask him real quick. If we do change our minds, how can we get in contact with you to join?
Steele says, well, you can always talk to the barkeep and give the code.
Okay, what's the code if we change our minds?
We would need to know the code.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, we can't just ask him
Yes.
for the code and then expect him to give you up.
No. Don't worry about it. The code is very simple. Here's what you do. Listen up. This is I'm going to explain this to you. You go to the bar. You say you want a beer. Beer specifically. Make sure you ask for the right drink. You want a beer, and then after you get the beer, the code is that you place 10 platinum pieces on the counter. And that's it. That's the code.
That's BS, right?
It's either a code or it's a great con.
Steele says, and you do that, and the barkeep will find me and let me know you're looking.
Can I do an insight to see if that's actually like a code? Like he's not lying about that?
Sure.
I hope I do well.
By the way, you do get the sense that Steele is somebody who is probably pretty good at lying. But you don't think this is a lie. You think this is just a... As you learned last time, there is no code. So you think this is really just a scheme to get money out of you. But also like an actual way to contact, but also like get money out of you.
You gotta pay the price. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask him, would it be 10 for all of us, or is it 10 per person here?
I imagine it's just for the meat,
Steele
right?
says, huh.
Okay, it's 10 for all of us then. If you gotta think about it, then
yeah,
okay, thank you.
That's a good idea for next time.
For the next people, yes.
Sure, 10 for the whole group.
So how do we know that you actually believe in this cause then, if you're also asking people for money to join? And it's not just some elaborate like scam that you're trying to set up here. Like, how can we trust that you guys are actual about this?
We're not asking you for money to join. You're just paying to meet me.
Kind of sounds like the same thing. If we change our minds, we're wanting to join.
I suppose it's just the cost of doing business. But you don't need to doubt us. We've got convictions for sure. We want to see the Warforged gone as fast as possible.
Have you taken steps already for that? Or are you still in your planning phase and that's why you want us with you, so we have some more support to actually act out some of the stuff you're planning?
Well, I can't tell you too much about our secret plans.
I'm not asking for the plans
some.
themselves. I'm just saying if you've already done stuff or if you're waiting for more support to actually do stuff, like diplomats or even maybe some higher ranks in the Duke's Palace.
Well, if you're just asking if we've done stuff, yes. We have.
Okay.
Well, if you ever just need a lone lizard folk for your meetings, if you're just like low on members, just get in contact.
He says, yeah, sure, I will. I'll go up to that ship of yours and I'll ask around for you.
Ooh, maybe maybe not the ship. They're they're those kind of people. Maybe just look in the streets. I'm all about.
Just look in the street.
Yeah, you'll see me. I'm pretty noticeable.
Steele says, very well. Well, hopefully this has been as enlightening to you as it's been to us. Now we definitely know what kind of people you are. Why don't you go on about then?
I have one more question for you, actually. Noldredon's people, are there people with magic in Noldredon's group that we could get for help?
He Steele looks at Miller again and chuckles again and says, you truly are clueless, aren't you?
That's why we're asking.
Yeah.
Naldredon's the only one who's got magic down there.
Okay.
You still gonna blab about us?
Steele says, my lips are sealed and I'll go meet up with my friend. But, my friend will probably forget all about you. But I might remember a few things, so, be careful out there.
Same to you. 'Twas a pleasure.
Steele kind of points at an alleyway that you didn't come from, and says, "That's a shortcut. Take that one. You'll be on the street faster."
Okay.
We're good, thanks. I think we'll just come back the way we came.
Yeah.
We're
All
fast
right.
We
walkers.
appreciate all your help, though.
No, wait. What if he's like implying something? I don't know. What
Do
if
half of us want to go down and half of us not?
That sounds more dangerous.
I'm the only one in gear here, though, so I would be one of the people who'd go.
I can run real fast if there is trouble.
And I have my natural armor.
I'm just saying, that sounds like we're gonna get mugged.
It does. Okay, let's avoid getting mugged.
Okay.
Good plan. So you
'Cause
just
honestly,
leave
like-
the way you came.
I know we're not going to lose our money. The thing I'm worried about is like, oh, if we kill people in self-defense, we weren't supposed to do that. Like, that's
You
going to
could
be
lose
a
our money.
headache.
Depending on how many people there are.
Uh,
Also-
I'm the only one geared.
Also, like, I think against the right people, you can probably kill them in self-defense and nobody's gonna bat an eye.
That's true.
It's
And
probably
nobody
more
even
if you
talks about Meldrum.
if you suddenly just kill a nice little shopkeeper. That might be a little different.
Indeed.
But anyways, so you walk back the way you came. Yeah. That, I suppose, will be where we leave it today.
Ooh, wait. One last thing. I wanted
That
to.
went surprisingly well.
Yeah. I was gonna have Selby
Yeah, you didn't die.
Talia. Can I hold on to that bone? I have a. It's an intriguing looking thing. Could I hold on to it? Talia?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was checking something. Sorry, what did you say?
So it was like, could I have a look at the that bone?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I thought you were
yeah.
just like deep in thought about should I give it.
It's like, oh god.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. No. Yeah, because I've worked with bone quite a bit. Maybe I could get something going here. But yes, I'll leave that for next time.
You worked with Bone quite a bit?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Well, in my mercenary.
does- What does that
It's
mean?
true. It's true. In
You
my
worked
mercenary days.
In
You
your
know,
mercenary.
I mean, hey, you do not always have access to fine wares. Sometimes you'd have to build a weapon or a.
Okay, so like a whittler type.
Yeah.
Sure.
What did you think? What did you think? You think I was like creating rituals or something?
I had no idea what to think. You just said I worked with Bone. What was I
Yeah,
supposed to think?
sometimes you don't have wood to make a cage for your hostages, so you have to make one out of bone.
Also,
But
before
yeah.
we leave, can I check to see if I still have Artie's book on me? I want to see if it's disappeared yet.
Probably.
Would you have it?
Yeah.
I'd still have it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's hold on. I'm trying to think like timeline wise. Okay, yeah, no, nothing. Yeah. Next week we'll meet again and continue on from here, and I have no idea what you're actually going to be doing next. But I'll have to be ready for everything.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Got a lot
see you
worried.
next week, same time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.